Shout out to all the peoples and the crew in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Salute everybody in the building. Apologies for the delays. Yeah, like I said, I actually just got back in town today. A few hours, had a couple of technical difficulties getting set up, but we good to go now. We good to go. I like to give a long little bit about a new stadium, but I'm not going to do that because I got people's that has to be heard today. Shout out to my guy Randy. Salute, always supporting, bro. Appreciate you. But yeah, I'm going to give a quick and dirty on this one, and I'm just going to start out. As you can tell, my voice ain't all there, but as you can tell, Doc, shout out to Detroit. Detroit was dope. Hold up. I'm still having technical difficulties, I think. Can you guys see me? Did I go away? I think I got paused. I don't know if you can still hear me. If not, hold on a second. My camera kind of went south on me here. Give me 1 second.
Oh, damn, where'd you go? I think he's frozen. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? What up, Randy? What's up, Ja? What's up, peoples? Where is the man at? Hell yeah, we do. We do, man. That offensive performance was ridiculous. And not even just us, bro. Like the team deserved better yesterday. That defense played its ass off. And to see them have to go through that and suffer through that offense playing as horrible as they did, like I felt bad for them. hmm That was bad. You hold Detroit to 5 fucking field goals, dude. That should have been a dub. And it's crazy because nobody was even expecting us to do that. But to see the defense go out there and ball out was good. It was crazy. hmm that's who I felt bad for yesterday. I felt that defense deserved better than the performance the offense put out for them yesterday. AOC to start next week. Yeah, you know what? At this point, I'm done with Jimmy, so I'm with that. I don't care if it is AOC at this point, bro. Like for real. I want to see what the kid has at this point. Uh, um, Sun Goddess, what's up? Blessings. To be honest, there's plenty of blame to go around. No, you ain't lying. There was, man. There was plenty of blame to go around. Even with Tay. Tay missing that catch and Renfro. What the hell was Renfro doing out there running around, bro? Like, not even know where his own players were. That was crazy.
There we go. Can you see me now?
Yeah, brother, you back?
We good to go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Apologies. Yeah, like I said, right. It's always something.
How, how's that
Technical
voice after the
difficulties.
game?
Say that again.
How's that voice feeling after the game?
It's messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how me and Grant
As you
were
can
last
say,
week.
see, that's why I say, yeah, excuse me. Can you hear me
hmm
all right?
Yeah, I can hear you all right. Uh-huh.
Okay, because you sound a little low. Let me see if that's on my. Okay, I think that's mine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. Perfect.
hmm
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I appreciate you for coming up real quick, man, and helping me out on those technical difficulties. I just
Oh,
want
no
to give a
problem.
real quick rundown because, yeah, it was my first time at Detroit Stadium. And what an amazing stadium. I gotta be honest. I was shocked because I know the stadium's not that new, right? It's gotta be a decade plus old. But it had its own style, it had its own feel. Um, you know, it fit the Lions perfectly. It fit the city of Detroit. Detroit is on the up and up. Um, there's just a lot going on for that city right now, downtown
Yeah.
specifically where where I was at. And man, I was impressed, man. I gotta tell you, I was pleasantly impressed with everything,
Oh, that's
top to
cool.
bottom. Yep, the food, the the hotel. It was an old building that got refurbished into apartments, so it literally had like everything in it:
Oh,
refrigerator, washer, dryer.
oh shoot, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a 10-minute walk to the stadium. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, one of the big important things for our network, one of our very old Big Daddy.
Right. Yeah. Shout
Yeah,
out Big
that was his
Daddy.
last stadium. If you
Hmm.
get a chance, I should be posting. If not already, I've posted a whole bunch of pictures from the game, as well as video and footage.
Yeah, I
But
saw
yeah,
that.
yeah, we had a good time, man. We did it up right for Big Daddy. That was perfect for him. I know. I mean, he had awesome seats. I think it was only like 4 rows back from the corner.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah, he had some awesome seats.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, just couldn't have asked for anything more, particularly for the occasion.
Hmm.
The tailgate was popping. It was a kind of a like, hey, give and donate what you can, and all kinds of different types of vodka, beer. The new canned drinks now. I don't know anything about. Me is usually just wine or some kind of bourbon or old fashioned. So,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, man, it was amazing, bro. I got a couple of stories. If I maybe I'll tell them, maybe I won't. We'll see how. I got a couple of stories. I almost got my ass killed. That was
You
interesting.
did?
Oh man, and it was really honestly, it was my fault, but it wasn't my fault, but it was my fault. So now I got to tell this story. I they're on strike at these damn casinos
Oh, okay.
in Detroit. So first off, just to go into the building, you're getting cursed out.
Oh, as you're walking in, like people that are on strike.
Yeah, I've never had anybody as
Oh
hostile.
shoot.
Yeah, bro, it was wild,
Oh.
right? And so my thing is, I like to play poker, so
Mhm.
I collect poker chips, and that's the one thing I wanted to do. I didn't realize that they weren't going to have poker going on.
Oh wow.
Otherwise I wouldn't have wasted. I would have wasted my time to grab the chip. But anyways, long story short, they have no poker playing. So I'm like, let me just get these chips. And I
Mhm.
get to the crap table. I get to the crab table. It's the only place I have to get my chip, really.
Okay.
Without having to explain. Right? Who
I
wants
get
to?
you.
Hey, give me $1 chip, and they're like, what the
Mhm.
hell? The action was already stopped.
Oh, okay.
It was paying some things off on one side, but
Okay.
but the reality was, and I have to keep it 100. Yeah, it was in the middle of a long road, bro, and
Oh.
it just so happened that I threw my little dollar on there, and I was like, yeah, just give me a chip. I'm about to get out of here, and dude, sure enough, as soon as that man got the ice back, he crapped out. And the whole table looked at me. And there was some brothers that the ones that had the most money on the table, they didn't
Yeah.
know what happened, and they started telling on my ass. They was snitching and singing. I'm like, how y'all going? I had nothing to do with this. It was just $1, but don't get it twisted. I know better.
Mhm.
Everybody should know better. You don't disrupt the roller. I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
disrupting them, to my defense, but still, even putting that dollar, because he sure said, I knew that dollar was going. So yeah, I literally ran up out of there and called my cousin.
Damn.
Yeah, because for real, they was not happy with me. I haven't had people not happy with me like that in a long time. It was pretty
Oh
pretty
shoot,
wild.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, bro. I was. It was crazy, and it was just all hostile to begin with because of this whole strike thing and so
Yeah,
forth.
yeah, yeah.
But
Oh shoot.
yeah, there's a lot of history though, man. People don't realize it. You know, you probably obviously everyone knows about you know, Ford, right? Motor City, all of
Mhm.
the cars and so forth. But you got Motown, man.
Towns over there.
You got Kronk Jim, right? Emmanuel Stewart, Hitman Tommy Hearns. If you're into
Oh,
boxing,
that is there. That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, bruh.
Oh.
I didn't realize, you can literally, you know, go right across the water to Canada.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's right there. I was pleasantly surprised, man. I had a really good time for a short, for such a short trip. I have
Okay.
been to Detroit before, but it was not good. It was garbage to keep it 100. But now, everything is different. So shout out to Detroit. Kudos. Real talk. We enjoyed the game. Obviously, we didn't enjoy the outcome, and that's something we are clearly
I'm
talking
like, did you? Because in the chat, it didn't seem like you were enjoying the game.
about. Exactly right. So we enjoyed the game, meaning the hospitality, the
Okay.
fans. Everybody was real hospitable. They gave out bobbleheads. My son took it. They gave out a Hutchinson bobblehead with like a program, and if you fold,
Oh shoot! Really?
yeah, and then if you open it up, it's a full like what 16 by 16 poster of Hutchinson.
Oh damn, that's
You get,
cool.
you get that in and that's for everybody. So
Oh
I thought
snap!
that was badass. It's a nice touch to the fans.
Yeah,
For how much money we pay, you should get something. You know what I mean. Then they
those
all
tickets were expensive though, right? Because I know Detroit's been sold out the whole season.
right.
Yeah.
Then you also had these, as you know, we got
Oh,
these.
they give those in Vegas. Yeah.
So so
Hmm.
yeah. But nah, man, it was a good time from that respect. It really honestly was.
Oh, that's cool.
I would absolutely go back.
All right.
100%. There was a great, tailgate. Bunch of them actually on the way. Good vibe, man, and like I say, good location. It's one of those. It's high on the list. It's in the top 5 now because
Mm.
you just need to get dropped off. That's it,
Yeah, that's
and
it.
and you Gucci. You can walk to everywhere you need to as long as it's obviously not too cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure I touched on that and let the people know. Easiest way was Uber for me, to and from, just to be honest, in and out quick. They do have public transportation.
Right.
That seems to work pretty well. They got a rail line and all that good stuff, bus line. So I didn't try any of it because I was just too short of a period to do things. I just want to get in and get around.
Trying to get there.
Right, but yeah. So yeah, so enough of all of that, man. It's time to put the kids to bed, as I like to say, because we about to get that Raider talk talking. We got
Run down.
What is the deal, my guys? What's going on
What
with
is
you? Hey,
up, bro? Man, you was on late last night, huh?
bro, we was on that motherfucker till like 2, 3 in the morning. 3 hours, bro. Me and CT just being a therapist for everybody. The whole night. That's
wild.
exactly what we was doing.
yeah, man. So I'm just gonna jump right on into it, man. I mean, we got an echo. I think as you run down. Yep, mute that if you can. But yeah, I'm jumping right into it. Jimmy G. It,
Oh,
that's it. I've seen more than enough. I've seen
yeah.
more than enough of Jimmy G. I don't need to see any more Jimmy G. At this point, I would actually rather see Hoyer than Jimmy G. That's how I don't want to see Jimmy G anymore.
It's
And
bad.
if they're not going to start O'Connell,
Mhm.
is it's kind. I mean, I'm paying bare minimum to get in the building just to get in and just say
Right.
I was there, but I'm really not going to care. Probably won't even go until like halftime or something.
Man, bro, I'm so sad you had to be there, Turf, to watch that shit in person, man.
Oh man. Well, the good part was the defense.
Man, that defense was
Bro,
I
that
can't.
like you said, seeing that pick six, bro, for 75 yards.
Yards.
Seen nothing like that in decades.
Oh,
Bro,
man.
let me know if y'all felt the same way. But I'm like, okay, when they were up only 9-0, any regular fan would be like, well, shit, we got a chance still.
Absolutely.
When they were up 9-0, that shit felt like 50 down. We were like, God damn, bro. Like,
It was so bad.
You right. It did feel like 50 down, but I was like, we still got a chance. Though all they got to do is score a touchdown. Score a touchdown. And oh man, Jimmy was just horrible. I'm done with Jimmy. So fucking done with Jimmy.
There's no excuse anymore. There's it is what it is, man. I mean, the guy is absolutely just run his course. It's time for him to move on along with this coach. I just think I need to get a little firing bucket or something. I need to find some kind of new thing for firing people because we got a lot of people to fire right now.
Oh, a lot.
We really do. I'm ready to just clean house, throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm completely everybody.
But then I say this. I was saying this though, and I know that's your stance on the Turf, but I'm like, bro, how can you justifiably fire Patrick Graham?
That's what I'm saying.
How can you do it?
I can't. I don't see that.
They're playing so well, bro, and they play for him.
Right. No, well, to be honest, that's actually a good point. And I actually like Patrick Graham.
Me too.
Me too.
He's the baby in the bathwater, if you will. and that's the problem, right? That's the problem. Hey, look, real talk. People don't know. I mean, I'm from Connecticut. Patrick Graham is from Waterbury, Connecticut, the dirty West. Me and wifey lived there. You know what I'm saying, for some years. So shout out.
Right.
Shout out to the dirty water.
So it's like, how do you? I mean, he's my first choice for interim.
That's what exactly.
Once McDaniels does
get baby out with the bathwater. If he's the one that steps up and takes the position of interim, now I'm with you. Now I don't. You need to fire everybody.
Because you look at how this defense played yesterday against a high-powered Lions offense, bro. Like, for Graham to get these guys to play like that against this team, it just speaks volumes to his ability, This defense, there's only one star, Max. Let's not get it twisted.
Thank you.
Max is the only star. Everybody else is a fan favorite Raider that we like. They're guys that are there. And nobody knows them except Raider fans, Yep. And then you see Max and what they did yesterday. Like, damn, this is the freaking Lions. They stopped that and held them to field goals.
It sucks to sit there and then really think, man, you only invested $60 million in this motherfucker.
Right.
That's all you gave Patrick Graham because Josh McDaniels expected his $102 million offense to be able to be up to par. Now, if you tell me that your boy can be the interim head coach and he's good, then Mark can't fucking make the same mistake twice, bro. You gotta keep him. You can't fire him.
No, you can't. No, not
can't
Graham.
Fire him. Like, if he's good, bro, as the interim head coach, you gotta keep him at least for a year and let him have a whole off season. And then, right? I know Turf not gonna want to hear this, but if he gets kept, that means Ziegler gets kept. Because then you keep Ziegler and Graham. They've been together already.
They've been together before. Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah, he could be. You find your offensive coordinator out there.
There you go.
Yeah,
and then we get to rolling.
It's the only way Ziegler saves his job for me. Again, he's another one that's part of the. He's not the baby though in the bathwater. I think Graham is the true baby. He's the only one that's kind of right. Only's working with what he has, right, and what they're giving him. I don't think he has at all in what he wants, right? I don't think he would. Do we think Graham would have picked Tyree Wilson as his first pick?
I think Graham would have went with Carter.
No, you want to hear another popular opinion? I think Graham would have went with fucking Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Oh, Gonzalez, yes. Yeah.
Out of the two. I agree. It would have been one out of the two. So that leads me to believe that clearly he has no kind of say. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
know. You
Not
could
really,
tell.
nah.
He's just being like, here, these are the dudes we're giving you, and make the most out of it.
And
You know?
and
Yeah.
and look, everybody knows I'm not gonna get over this Jalen Carter Wilson deal. I'm not gonna get over it.
Right.
Y'all can be mad at me. I will be 80 years old talking about this Jalen Carter and Wilson debacle, and I'm not gonna stop. It's just what it is.
And that's if it turns out to be a debacle. Still soon.
Right.
Right. But I get you.
Again, just like with Jimmy G, I've seen enough. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the guy can probably play in the league for 10 years. He's a formidable guy, but he's not going to ever be the dude.
Yeah.
He's not going to ever be the dude. He's not getting max contract. That's not happening for Tyree Wilson. It's just not.
I will say this, Turf. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but in that first half, he played a lot.
He did.
We didn't see the Lions doing the shit they was doing on the run game until he got hurt after halftime and stopped playing that much. And I want everybody to keep this into account, bro. When he wasn't playing a lot in that second half, we saw a lot of that Isaac Rochelle. And what the fuck did the Lions do immediately?
Right,
immediately we started to see them stretches and all that shit to the edges now. He's good against the run, bro. He's a real, like, big part of
big dude.
Strong run defense.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I will say about it. Now, from the pass standpoint, you got me. I can't say shit about that. But he's important in that run game, bro. He is.
He really is. He made a difference when he was in there. Once he got out, you saw the difference when Rochelle got in there. Yeah.
He immediately gives with like fucking Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Right. Nope. I agree. I mean, there was just so much that stood out this game where there's just such incompetence in the coaching. It's just it's just so bad, man. I mean, that and Jimmy G. I mean, I don't. How does he throw that interception after the turnover we get?
Right, and anybody knows when you see that safety. Oh my god! I was like, that goes to the back of the end zone, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Everything, because once we got that interception or whatever, I was like, "Oh yeah, let's go! Like, let's go! This is it. This is where we can start getting it." And then he throws that shit, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
And he just floated it up there too, like
like you said, Leo, it got to go to the back of the end zone. But then he ain't got that arm. He ain't got that arm to do that shit.
You want to know what, man? You want to know what? I think he may not be out of protocol still. He still might have remnants.
You think he still might have some concussion reminiscence?
Yo, he threw that up like he was about to be celebrating, like it was automatic.
He did. It was like,
and it was like everybody saw when it left his hands. Like, what are you doing? Like,
so you underthrow a pass that's in double coverage.
Exactly. And nobody, like, everybody was like, "What?" We was all trying to jump out there to stop that ball. Like, what are you doing?
but you overthrow a wide ass open receiver.
That's smart.
Where's the medium? And then I was saying this, y'all let me know. I mean, we're gonna get into a lot, I'm sure, but y'all let me know. If anybody is sitting here telling me that Jimmy Garoppolo is still the best chance to win, bro, go ahead and hang up your football.
Not anymore.
Whatever you saying, bro.
How do you defend it? How do you defend it?
You can't. Monday was a prime example. He's hurting this team more than he's helping it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
That interception, the missed wide open receivers,
Man, bro, it's just so. And then I'm gonna say this unpopular opinion. Y'all can agree, agree, disagree, whatever. If we're just talking about solely yesterday, I can't put it on McDaniels, bro. I can't. Like, justifiably. Yeah, there's a lot of things we can blame him for, but if we're just talking about yesterday, bro, that's a player execution thing yesterday.
That was Jimmy.
All Jimmy, bro. And even Devontae and certain other players to a degree. You can't drop.
Oh, when he dropped that pat on third down, that was a big one.
That's Devontae Adams. You can't drop that. That's inexcusable.
He knows. Well, see, the thing is, man, he doesn't want to drop that. Look, he's harder on himself than anybody. Like he knows that counts against his catch ratio, meaning that they all chasing Larry Fitzgerald. I don't think people know that.
Oh yeah.
Is that he has, which is that fool dropped like 1.7 balls a season.
He don't drop shit.
Fitzgerald was
a season. You want to talk about some hands. So trust me, and see that's the thing. So when he was woofing all that woofing, right, about wanting to be great, that's the type of stuff he's also talking about.
Greater than
he's not just talking about the wins and the losses. He's talking about I want to be that dude.
He wants to be Jerry. He wants to be above Jerry.
He wants to be Jerry, Larry, all those fools.
He wants to be all of them, and that's why you know it was so crushing for him to drop that ball. Whether I get it. I mean, trust me, I don't get it. Meaning, like I get it because I've been in that position, but but I get trying to get to that position and being as hard as you need to be on yourself in order to reach it.
But I also get the frustration when they miss someone he's wide open. That move he made on that defensive back to get open was like, oh my God. That one he could have floated. If you were going to float a damn ball, that was the one you could have floated to take.
And this is what I'm saying. You're totally right, Leo. And this is my whole point on I ain't trading him for shit. I don't care if he's mad. I don't care if he's disgruntled. You got me fucked up because I'm not trading him. You want to know why? And I know everybody says we should trade him because he got the value. But bro, you're going to go with a rookie this year, and more than likely we gonna have a rookie next year. You need him in order to develop whatever quarterback we gonna bring in this motherfucker within the next 2 years, bro. Because it's gonna be a rookie, and if it's not, we're fucking up.
And what's going to be a rookie's best friend is an elite wide receiver like it. Look at what happened in Tennessee with Levis. D-Hop might be old, I get it, but D-Hop is still D-Hop. But look what he was able to do, and Levis looked like a baller out there.
See, so I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing. So what happened? Who isn't Tannehill? He's the starter. He got hurt.
He's out. He's hurt. He's hurt.
I don't know what's going on.
They went with Will Levis, bro. They went with Will Levis, and dude, he kept throwing to Hopkins. Like, fuck it. Hopkins was like, bro, I got you. Came out of there looking 4 touchdown game, bro.
Talk that shit, Leo. What was Tua before Tyreek? What was Josh Allen before Stephon Diggs?
Exactly.
Real, bro. Like, you need
that guy.
You need that elite receiver. Yeah.
Dude, he erases a lot. That's
he does. He does.
You have 2 good ones with him and Jacoby.
Oh,
so
him and Myers.
Right? If we have a high-profile rookie, bro,
you start adding Renfro in the mix of that the proper way, and this game over.
No, I don't know.
Tucker too. I mean, I know Renfro's looking rough right now, but you add all of that in there, man. I'm just telling you, that's hard to defend. There's no reason we're the worst offense in the NFL. It makes no sense.
We shouldn't be the worst offense.
That's what I was telling y'all in the chat, bro. It's like yesterday was so crushing because you could see it's quarterback play, bro. Like you could see it. With better quarterback play, we're gonna be a motherfucker to deal with. I can see it. And if this defense continues to play like this and you stack upon that, oh my God, bro. With better quarterback play, we're a scary ass team you don't want to fuck with. Right. But they don't respect our offense. You know what I mean? And I know everybody gonna come at me about the offensive line.
Oh, they don't. That's why Campbell kept blitzing. And he did it back to back to back because he don't respect this fucking offense. But he's like, these boys are not going to stop it. Mm-hmm.
You can blitz. They blitz 6 to 7 motherfuckers, bro. Against the good quarterbacks, you can't do that. You can't.
No.
Imagine you blitzing Joe Burrow 78% of the game.
You blitz Joe that time, he's going to kill you.
Come on, you did Justin Herbert to a degree. You blitz Justin Herbert 78% of the game.
Light you up.
They will light you up. Yeah.
With a better quarterback, bro, you don't even dare to do it. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Like, you don't even dare. Like, and that's the thing. The offensive line is not this bad where it warrants Jimmy playing this bad. I'm sorry.
It's not. It's not all of the offensive line. In fact, it's not much.
Well, they did better running. If you think about that drive when Jacobs scored, that was all Jacobs running. Those boys were finally pushing those defensive linemen back that drive. I
That's
was
what
like,
makes it sad.
finally, bro, finally.
That's what
But
makes
then-
it really sad. You
and then
finally
the-
get Jacobs going, and then
Mhm.
you still can't do shit.
And you
Like,
still can't do
it
that.
highlighted everything.
hmm
No, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, because that was the whole thing, right? Once we get the run game going, then this offense gets going.
Right.
Okay, we got the run game going. What happens to the passing game?
All right, look, because here go Chris. I'm not.
No, but like I get why he says they're trash though. When you
think they're the worst
rewatch it,
offensive line in the league?
Yeah.
no, not the worst in the league, but they're at pass blocking, they were horrible.
You think they're bottom 5?
Ooh.
No.
Thank you. That's my point. That's
No.
my point. You guys can paint this picture like they bottom 5. Well, I'm going I told you I'm going 300 Spartan die on this hill, bro.
You did say that. You did say
To
that.
me, they are like fucking 23rd.
Yeah.
The 23rd, you feel me? Maybe 24th best offensive line in the league.
Right.
Yeah, see.
That's where we at. With better quarterback play, we might be talking about these motherfuckers like they top 15.
Right.
With a mobile quarterback, you feel multiple times yesterday, you see Jimmy just stand
Yeah,
there.
he can't
Hey,
move.
Turf,
Yeah.
I know you there, bro. You was there, bro. Tell me I'm lying, Turf. You're there, bro. How much time did this motherfucker have?
He had plenty of it, man. And
Yeah.
he had no answers for nothing. It was like he was in protocol. I think I'm joking. Like it's like he's still fuzzy. He's still a little,
I think he's still hurt from his back, honestly. I think he's still hurt.
I'm saying he's not. That was terrible. For him to be out there was awful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got somebody coming to the stage. My main man, Alpha.
Oh, Alpha, what's up, brother?
Fire show you just had, bro.
I missed it. You got dressed up?
I did.
Oh, I gotta rewatch it. Bro. I gotta watch it.
Appreciate you guys. What's going on, guys?
Man, how you doing, man? We all trying to cope.
Talk narrator talk. Yep, coping and venting.
What time is the game on for you? Like last night when we were watching it Monday night. What time is that for you?
Morning, something like that.
All right, first things first. Salute to everyone in the chat. Randy, Queen V, Jar, a few others. Chris, you're in there as well. So salute to everyone. And thanks for having me on the panel. So your question in regards to when is Raider football. So Monday Night Football started 8 p.m. East Coast?
Yeah.
Time?
Yeah.
So that's so when it's on the East Coast in the US, it's easy for me to figure out because it's a complete 180 for me. So it's like 12 hours behind. So it's 8 a.m., it's 8 p.m. over there. It's when it's central on the West Coast, that's when it gets tricky, but I've kind of mastered the art of figuring it out because I've had to cater to my American audience because I don't have anybody that I'm catering to in Australia. So it's like, well, the hell with them. I'm just going to go by US time.
Exactly.
Put it out on the IG or advertise it out. So Central Time is 13 hours behind me. So that's like, I just think East Coast plus 1. So 13 hours. And then the West Coast Pacific is 15 hours behind. So when it's a 1 p.m. afternoon game on a Sunday, that would be like 4 a.m. Monday morning for me. So the regular times outside of prime time football, games are usually either at 1 a.m. Monday or 4 a.m. Monday.
Dang.
It's only the prime time that it's different.
Okay.
But it's all good. I'm used to it now. Like that's why that's the beauty of Game Pass is like I can if I stay spoiler free. That's something else I've had to master the art of staying.
Staying away from
all
everything.
notifications on my phone off. Go on flight mode on IG. Nobody talk to me. Leave me the F alone until I've watched Raider football. So I stay spoiler free. I can watch the game on delay when I get the chance. But preferably, I'd like to watch it live. But as you know, like 1 a.m., 4 a.m., it
gets rough.
It can get pretty hard, especially when I got life and work calling the next day. You know what I'm saying? So
shoot, especially this offense. Whew.
Oh yeah, you don't even want to see that anymore.
It's gonna put you to sleep.
But at the end of the day, through thick and thin. You know what I mean? This isn't my first rodeo. Like I've seen this kind of struggle before. You know what I mean? I've been here. I've been doing the same thing since 2009. You know what I'm saying? And there's been more lows and highs since then. I'm still here. You see the hat, you see the stuff
back.
in the background. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Like, through
Yeah.
thick and thin, and it's never going to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, win, lose, or tie, Red Nation till I die. It's not just a saying; it's a way of life.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Because
sir.
I kind of wanted to get the answer to this, and I was going to ask all this anyway. But
Well,
does doing the content kind of change your perspective on how you watch and like feel about the game?
yes, a lot. For me, it has. I watch more in depth now because I rewatched the game 2 or 3 times now. Where before I would only watch it once and that was it. Now I go back and I watch it and I see more of like the little stuff that I missed last year with Chandler Jones. You know, a lot of people would tell me Chandler wasn't as bad if you watch the film. He does other shit besides sack the quarterback. And last year I hated him because he never sacked the quarterback. So me as doing the content, it has changed that, and I get more in depth as to watching the team and the film and what they're doing and the moves they're making. Yeah.
My take on that question is no. I'm still. I'll watch the game once. Usually, I rarely watch it twice, and I just go by the eye test. Like I never pretend to be a technical expert because I'm not. I'm just a casual fan, just like everybody else. So I'm just gonna. I formulate my opinions by the eye test, and I just try and call it how I see it. I don't try to go too far left or too far right. Just give an honest take, an honest opinion after watching Raider football. Usually once. Sometimes on very rare occasion, I might go back and watch it. Like when if people like have given me the heads up, you need to pay attention to this. So, okay, maybe I'll have a look. Okay, I see that, or no, I don't see that. But I'm a one take kind of guy. And just a little bit of pushback, Leo. Like Chandler Jones for me didn't even come close to earning the price tag we pay for him. So
No, yeah.
I'm still critical of Chandler Jones's time as a Raider.
Right. Free money Jones, yeah.
Free money Jones.
But I mean, you're there, Turf. So does it change for you? I mean, but you're actually watching.
And see, that's the thing for me. Like, to be honest, I it's very different being where I am, and I'm not trying to, be that dude or whatever. But real talk, I'm always right there. I'm always this seat. I was 6 rows up from the 50-yard line. I'm always right there in the mix.
That's what's
I'm
up.
telling you, it's very different watching and seeing it like so close. Like, nah,
Yeah,
bro.
that's true.
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
I can't do this. I can't do this. And I'm telling you, Jimmy G looked horrible.
Oh yeah.
Horrible. It wasn't even watchable. It was like, if this is all you can service on the field, you got some serious problems. And I'm sorry, our rookie is just not going to look that bad. And our defense played their ass off, and it was a shame. It was a shame.
That scoreline flatters us. It flatters us.
It's they didn't have a compliment, on the other side of the ball, and it was unfortunate, man, because the bottom line is we got the pieces we need there. It's just not these quarterbacks that they want to play for whatever strange reason.
Yeah.
Although Josh Jacobs tried to do his thing. I mean, he at least was doing
finally.
better than what
he was running hard. Oh, I loved it. Oh,
he was earning hard yards and averaging more than four yards per carry, got a touchdown. So he at least tried to do his thing.
But see, AR, this is what I told them. I said, this is what makes it more egregious. We finally had a running game and still couldn't get over 7 points.
Right.
What else needs to happen at this point? Like, what else the coaching staff needs to see in order to just be like, hey, bro, play the kid. At this point,
right? Exactly. Play the kid. Play the kid. Yes.
Do it.
Well, it goes back to what I was saying, like on your previous live, Ultimate. I have not seen a more dire quarterback situation that the Raiders have had for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, even before my time, I'm going back even further than 2009 because at least we had Bruce Gradkowski, who I would take before any of these guys we got in the
Oh, I would love Bruce Almighty right now.
No disrespect to AOC. He's a young cat. He's a rookie. He still needs time. I don't think he's confident enough to start. You know what I'm saying? Right. But just to my point, like this situation we're in, we've got the likes of Jimmy G, who's producing some of, if not the worst quarterback play since the days of Jamarcus Russell. Brian Hoyer being a veteran presence, who's the next guy up, he's not going to get it done either. And then a 4th round guy in AOC who has promise and has a future. He doesn't strike me to be confident enough to start yet. Like
Right.
just reading his body language, I don't think he's
he's
ready.
not there yet.
And that's okay, and I'm not going to come down on him for that.
But
Just-
not being there, doesn't that have to do with the coaches not having that faith in you either?
There
Like
you
if
go.
your coach is pumping you up, telling you we're gonna go with you because you're our best deal, I'm gonna be like, I got this, coach. Let's go.
Yeah,
Like
let's
pump you up.
rock.
When your coach the whole week is like, I don't know, we might go with the veteran. Maybe we'll bring him in.
But McDaniels, he's not a motivational kind of guy. So he's
That's
not
what I'm
gonna
getting
bring
at.
that out of anybody,
Yeah.
let alone a fourth round quarterback that, granted he drafted him, but he's not that motivational kind of guy. Like even his loudest supporters will even concede that. Like the guy wouldn't be able to motivate a thirsty horse to drink water in the middle of a desert. You know what I mean? I've said that analogy a few times. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But the problem is, you're right. He can't motivate, but what he can do, which is what he's doing to this rookie psyche, in my opinion, is demotivating.
That's what I'm getting at. I think he's messing him up.
You're basically saying, nah, kid, I'll take this 40-year-old over you. Nah, kid, I'm going to take this glass Joe over here over you.
Right.
When we all can see none of these guys are it in any way, shape, or form. But now you're telling him that, and you're showing him that, like, and again, it can work. It can work both ways, right? It can work.
Motivate him, right?
Dogging him, yeah, he can be motivated, but I don't think it's going to be motivating when you're sitting looking at the best wide receiver throwing his helmet on the ground, pissed off as all hell, giving you props, kind of, but clearly he got to feel like he ain't vouching for him, right? Because he ain't out there. Like
he ain't out there.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of the psyche when it comes to this rookie we have and what they're putting him through based on these circumstances. And
Deadpool, I made that. Sorry, man, Deadpool. I made that comment being that, like, just when I've seen him taking the field against the Chargers and against the salute to you. I see that comment. This is just by the eye test. Just when I see him coming onto the field, like, is it just me or do I notice like he's kind of slumped and hunched down? He just looks like he's a deer in headlights. He doesn't look confident. He's a young kid. Like I said, I don't blame the guy. If I was in that situation, I'd be scared shitless too.
Well,
and he needs time.
I think it's because he's got an idiot coach and offensive coordinator that's not catering to his needs. I think it's the way that they do things, and I'm going to get into it here. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. No, I got to get on my soapbox on this one. Listen to what I'm going to tell y'all here. I'm so sick and tired of this dude trying to play this old washed up offense, man, that every team in the NFL knows how to absolutely destroy. And they all just are ready and waiting for everything that we do 50% of the time, which is why you hear the complaints about the guys in the offense. It's ridiculous that we're trying to still run this offense that is ancient. It's no longer all the good offensive coordinators in the NFL all adapt their playbook to the people they have. Why do we have this genius that thinks and decides that he's got the playbook of all playbooks? He's the holy grail of offense, and it shows everywhere under the planet by every stat you can imagine that he didn't do jack without Tom Brady and the Patriots. I'm done. I'm done with the dude, bro. I'm done with this offense. I'm done with everybody trying to act like this offense is relevant because it's not relevant. This offense has been relevant for 5 years. And the Bills and Bill Belichick and the Patriots are suffering with it now as well. It's just what it is, man. The times go by, bro. Things pass you up. And this offense has been passed up now. It's old news. It's time to move on.
I will say something about this offense that clicked in my mind yesterday, and certain people were saying, if this offense has been run like this style of offense, we're not saying Josh McDaniels' offense particularly, but this style of offense has been run by these quarterbacks, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. What the fuck do they have in common that we're not seeing right now? And even Derek Carr to a degree last year, and I'm not putting him in that category, but I'm saying to a degree. What did we see from all of them that we're not seeing this year? Think about it. Nobody's changing any plays at the line of scrimmage. This fucking offense is predicated on that quarterback knowing what the fuck to do and getting us in better looks. We don't have that. So we're running vanilla ass shit because we don't trust Jimmy to run the whole entire spread. And you can put that on Josh McDaniels, but I'm just talking about just what's wrong with the offense. We don't trust them motherfuckers to give them the whole array of the offense, and you give them some vanilla ass shit. You even saw Brian Hoyer last week, how he stares down a receiver. That's vanilla ass scheme. To be like, all right, bro, this is who you need to go to because I don't trust you to change us to give you a different look at all. Even last year, Derek Carr to a degree was able to change plays. We don't have that shit at all this year. And so now, when you line up, that's what you see. About 4 times after the second time Jacoby Myers fucking motioned in, I'm like, oh, it's a run.
Yep.
And you're not changing to shit else. As soon as I see Jacoby Myers do that half-ass jog to the line, boom, oh, it's a run immediately. Like that. That's exactly what we're doing. We can't change plays at all.
And to that point, like, I mean, I saw consecutively in that final quarter when, like, we still had a smidge of a chance to make a comeback, they kept running cover 0. Did you notice that? Like,
yes,
there was nobody. They were kept
nobody behind,
running cover 0, daring him. Go on, we dare you to
do it, right?
They weren't even doing it like they weren't even disguising their blitzes. They just put everybody up there and said, "We're blitzing you. Do something about it." And they didn't. They couldn't.
And to be honest, it actually kind of contradicts you a tad bit here, Rundown, because the reality is, it is like you're saying. You're right. They aren't audibling on the offensive line. They're not doing any of those things. But that's where I differ with you because I think it is McDaniel's fault. You know why? Because we know he coaches like a freaking tyrant. And you better not change what he tells you to do.
No, I understand that.
You have your plays and your projections and your check downs and your progression. If you don't do exactly what he expects, that's where you see those arguments on the sideline. And that's just bad.
But if the call is good from the jump, you shouldn't have to.
Exactly.
Right? If you're the coach and you can see what they're doing, then call a different play or call a different sequence or something. Make an adjustment. Sure. The quarterback shouldn't have to. Like, he should only do that as a last resort because he sees something. Like, if you're the head coach and you can see that they're blitzing, sending cover 0, make some adjustments and do something.
Listen. And this is where I say we get unfair with this shit. I said this yesterday, bro. I understand we want him fired, bro, but we can't be unfair. Like, that shit yesterday, solely, bro, that's not on him yesterday. As much as we want to paint this man, as much as we do, as much as we say, fuck Josh McDaniels, think about this, bro. We really do be out here being disrespectful. So I'm not even going to, like, I'm just taking it to a degree, bro. Like, just as a man-to-man shit, motherfuckers be disrespectful. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying. So we're handling this shit. A lot of us say fuck him and do all that, but we gotta be at least somewhat fair, bro. Yeah, I can see they running cover 0, but if this motherfucker wants to throw in the double coverage, what the fuck can I do?
Yeah.
Realistically, you feel what I'm saying? Like, or I can say I want to check to this shit. But if I know that he can't throw past 15 fucking yards because whatever the case is, then I can't. Like, I realistically can't do that. And in the general totality, we can say like it's his fault because he chose Benny Short. We can all say that. But we're talking about specifically yesterday.
No, No, you're right. Specifically, specifically yesterday. Yeah.
He had motherfuckers wide open. Yes or no?
Yeah, he did. And that's why I said in the chat, if we had an actual quarterback that can play, this game would be completely different, but we don't.
Come on, bro.
That's what we fucking were yesterday. And that's what was wrong with it yesterday. Even if you do see these blitzes coming, Jimmy needs to know to get rid of the ball quicker when they're fucking coming or throw that shit away. And that's where my whole thing is. And you look, there were times when they were wide the fuck open and he made the wrong throw. Even when he threw it to Jacoby, when Renfro was running over there was two of them over there. Why the fuck are you throwing it over there?
The
There's
fourth down.
dudes over there. The fourth down. The whole time we call you check down Charlie. You check down, we got a first down. And your ass is looking deep. Bro, give it to Jacobs. First down. Keep going. I was yelling at the pizza place. Throw it to Jacobs. Throw it to Jacobs. Like he's right there on the first down marker. And this motherfucker's like.
And last CY, I don't know how you say your name, bro. I don't want to disrespect you, but that I'm not saying like us saying like he can't scheme and all that shit is disrespectful. I'm talking about the way we talk, just for real, bro. The way we talk about this man. Just the way we talk about this man. I'm just saying, bro. You wouldn't be cool with everybody coming to you, McDummy. Fuck you.
Right.
Fuck McDummy. Oh, he's a pig.
The goofus.
Yeah. Man, bro, and if you cool with that, then
and I said that from the beginning.
You cool with that? I'm just saying.
He's the only coach I've ever seen that has gotten so much shit his first day in the office. He didn't fucking open his fucking playbook before fucking people were saying, we don't want you here because you're a Patriot. You remember when we got him, how many people were mad that he just came here to fuck up our team?
Yeah.
And it was like, dude.
Wow.
At the same time, like, it's only natural we're going to be critical when results are as poor as they've been. I mean, at the end of the day, like, look, I will concede, like, you know, quarterback play probably was the number one issue with how we lost the game. Maybe not so much McDaniels. Maybe you're right. Like, maybe he was scheming that, like, you know, Devontae was getting open, or maybe it was just Devontae doing Devontae things and shaking people out of their boots and getting himself open on those plays. I don't know, whatever it may be. But like at the end of the day, just give me a moment. Sorry, 1 moment. I'll be right back.
No, it's all good. Yeah, come on.
He gave a good point, but I'm like, bro, we talk about the scheme, bro. I mean, Devontae was in the slot. How many times have we seen Devontae in the slot and he's matched up with a fucking linebacker?
Oh my God, my cousin was yelling that. He has a linebacker on him. He has a linebacker on him.
Come on, bro. That's scheme. That's a motherfucker. That's smart. Now, sometimes I will see, and then I've already said I don't think he's the guy, but I'm still objective about shit. I'm still gonna sit here and say if something was shitty, it was shitty. And if his due props is his due props, that's what I gotta give him. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, he called a good game. To me, he called a good game. Now, when you got a motherfucker playing that historically bad, it don't matter what you call. It don't matter.
No, I agree. See, and that's the part I have to come clean and be honest with up front and personal. Watching that, it was horrible, guys. I'm just going to tell you right now, it was absolutely horrible watching Jimmy G out there. It was painful. It was painful. It was painful to watch, man.
You can't even throw a slant. Like, you really can't even throw a slant. It's not that far. It's not even that far.
I mean, the fourth down, we've been wanting you to throw it downfield, but not right now, motherfucker. Like, check it down. What are you doing?
Oh, my God.
Absolutely not. To that question right there, absolutely not.
No.
Jimmy is getting moved to third string. Jimmy is getting moved to third string, if you ask me.
And then that's what people are going to have the issue with McDaniels. Because if Jimmy starts Sunday against the Giants,
that's on McDaniels. That's on McDaniels. That's what I'm saying. Then we can sit here and be critical and be like, bro, you're fucking up once again, right? But you put in the kid that gives us at least some. All right, I'm ready to watch. Fuck it, then. Let's watch. You know, you at least do that. At least. He already fucked up once by not playing them against Chicago. You playing them against New York, and I don't give a damn if Daniel Jones is playing or not. That
doesn't matter.
It's Tyrod Taylor, right? Isn't it Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, it's Tyrod Taylor, and they are trash. They're the bottom of the barrel.
Hey, don't take these guys lightly. Remember what that UDFA from the Bears did to us, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, and that's the problem. That's my justification for saying that's why O'Connell should play. Like, you're not playing world beaters. You feel me? Like, now, and this is what's gonna piss me off. And I think CT said it yesterday, or somebody, like, bro, you better not come out here, play the Giants, play the Jets. Oh my God, Jimmy G against the Jets. Play them, lose, and then once you decide the season's over, then you want to play Aiden O'Connell in Miami,
and then
you want that motherfucker to play at Kansas City or against
Kansas City. Yeah,
that's stupid as shit. You might as well have him play now against these trash ass teams, and then once whatever happens here, we see. But then we'll know he ain't the dude, or if he is the dude.
Because we need to see it before the season's over. Because you have 5 fucking quarterbacks coming out this draft.
Right.
You need to see if you're going to take another one. You know what I mean? Everybody wants us to. I get it at this point, right now too. But you want to see what you have in the kid.
See that was the problem. That's what's getting us in trouble to begin with, in my opinion.
Looking forward to the draft.
And needing these quarterbacks. We didn't need one. We wanted one. We didn't need one. We could have kept. There's other people that's in the league that can manage the game for us. See, and that's the problem. See, the problem is we want Mahomes yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Everyone just immediately goes to, oh, you can't compete in this division unless you got an elite quarterback. That is not true, man. That's just not true. It's just sorry.
To a degree, but I mean, I have to push back on you, Turk. To a degree, it's true. Well, it is true because we know Kansas City gonna go to the playoffs. You got to get through them. So in order to get through them, you got to have elite quarterback play. I mean, shit,
or great defense play.
I was just gonna say, can you supplement it with a great defense?
And with the suitable quarterback play,
exactly. Somebody that manages the game. Somebody that manages the game with a great defense.
We saw San Francisco try that. San Francisco ain't been successful.
Yeah, but San Francisco don't have a quarterback. See, they all figuring out Purdy right now, right? Because they got enough tape on them and they know what to take away from the inside right now. And that's found out eventually. Exactly. Everyone gets found out eventually, my dude. So you know what I mean? That
as much as I hate to say it, I think it's been proven the only way that you can beat Mahomes in the crunch time is if you got a guy. And we're talking about the highest of the high, bro.
Who did he lost in the Super Bowl? Who did he lose to?
Who? The Bengals? They've lost
Tom
to
Brady.
The Bengals?
No, he lost to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
He lost to Brady.
Oh, yeah. He lost to Brady. Yeah, he lost to Brady.
And that Tampa defense annihilated Mahomes.
And I was
trash, though.
You may not need a top tier quarterback if you got like a good / decent quarterback, but like everything else around you, like say your offensive weapons or our defense is good.
Yeah,
if you've got those pieces of players that can.
What's decent in your eyes, though? Like what skill level is decent?
A middle to a quarterback. A middle to any of your top 10 quarterbacks.
Hang on. Nick, remember Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. He ain't elite.
And he's to my point. Like, I mean, you would say he was even like average, above average at best. But
he had the weapons
around him.
But he didn't play the whole season. Like that's the whole.
At the end of the day, he started the Super Bowl, played against
Wentz. Wentz was that. Wentz was the starter, and I mean,
Wentz wasn't elite.
Played in there, but like I need an example of like a modern team
now.
That don't have a quarterback.
I'll give you an example of a modern team now that has an elite quarterback and isn't doing it because they don't have the weapons. Look at what's happening to Kansas City. That's their problem right now. Kansas City's defense is good, but Mahomes has nobody to throw to but Kelsey. He's an elite quarterback. He can run around, do all these magical throws. But if you don't have people to fucking throw it to,
true,
right? So you need a little more. I get what you're saying. That's why I said if we had a suitable or a better quarterback with our weapons in Devontae, Jacoby, Jacobs, then you would see more out of the offense. Yeah, but we don't need a Mahomes. Would I want him? Would I love a Mahomes? Hell yeah. But do we need a Mahomes?
See, I don't know, bro. Maybe because the way I'm looking at the NFL, in order to beat motherfuckers now, it's like. Everybody has a guy. You feel what I'm saying? Like every Super Bowl aspirating team has a guy.
Look at Jacksonville. Look at Lawrence. Would you call him elite? Or does he do enough for his team to win?
I have a very hard take on that. I take him over Justin Herbert. I don't give a damn. Okay. I don't care what you tell me.
But do you compare him with Hurts and Mahomes? Or Burrow?
He ain't there yet because he ain't won
No,
enough.
not
But
yet.
talent wise, I think
Not
yes.
yet.
Talent wise, he's there, bro.
Now look, I'm not going to
Not
say I
there
vetted
yet.
this. Right.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to say I vetted this list, right? I'm not going to say I just literally plucked it out of the sky just to prove a point because in my opinion, with a great defense, any of these top 15 will do.
So
Top
Yeah.
4 are guys. Top Justin Herbert, switch him with Trevor Lawrence.
Any of these top 15 will do. I mean,
Lamar is a guy.
Oh,
even the
I-
guy
But
who just played.
Lamar is a dude.
I don't know if I would take Dak, but yeah.
Tua, you can convince me. Tua,
Tua,
yes,
yeah.
because I don't put Tua in the whole
Tua
category
is,
like this.
Tua is a baller. I don't know
Dak-
what
Dak
y'all talking
Prescott,
about. Tua is balling.
You can't convince me Dak Prescott. I mean, shit, look at him now. Dak Prescott
Right.
has a good defense now. Look how it looks.
That's what I said.
No.
And I can
Derek Carr got a good defense
give you
now.
that one. I can give you that one. Before Kirk Cousins got hurt, I thought he would have been something that could have been formidable.
Yeah,
John
Cousins is
Watson has a
another
good
one.
defense.
There's a lot of people that are formidable that can get us through the gap and not have everybody so haywire on getting a quarterback. That's my only point. My point is you can build the team out and then get that quarterback. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
Kansas City
saying?
did.
That has exactly that.
That's exactly what Kansas
So
City
you
did.
guys wouldn't get a quarterback in this next draft.
I would.
I don't need one.
Out of these 5, I wouldn't trade the farm to get the top one.
No, but you're not
Right.
taking.
But-
in the first round, we're gonna be like a top 10 pick. You're
Right.
not gonna take
So
one in the first round.
I would
Why?
take one of those 5. I would take one of those
Come
5.
on, bro. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't.
I like that comment just up there by Lasky2i. I'm not sure what his name is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
if
know.
said that
Do
right.
you trust
I like what he
McDummy in
said.
your next draft? That one?
Yes, that one. I like that comment. To be
Mhm.
honest, not yet.
I
don't
don't
I mean,
no.
Well, I've highlighted when I look at the past 2 drafts, like we've got some decent guys, but we haven't got one guy who could say, yes, that guy is good. He's going to be
Mhm.
a long-term part of our roster that has come out of the gates in his first year or second year. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like going back, looking at last year's draft, the best 2 picks was Dylan Parham and Mumford. Both of those guys, they're decent. They're good enough for where we chose them, but I wouldn't necessarily call them good players. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this year's
I
draft.
agree.
Granted, it's only like 8 weeks in, but
Mhm.
nobody has really come out of the gates where we can say, right, he's going to be a centerpiece of our team moving forward, like a core player. The way we have with, say what you will about Gruden's regime and the way they drafted. Yeah, we missed very badly on some of those picks, but when you look at some of the other guys we got, guys like Crosby, guys like Jacobs, guys like Renfro up until this year, you know,
Right.
Moreau, Nate Hobbs, Diablo, like granted Diablo had to develop, but like some of those guys, they year one, we could see that, right, they're going to be a big part of our team moving forward. And the best I can say with these 2 draft classes as it stands is Dylan Parham. And it's like I said, he's decent at best. I wouldn't call him good. So it's been very underwhelming so far with these 2 draft
I think
classes.
Mayer would be better if they fucking used him more.
There you
This
go.
last game was probably the time he tried to get him more.
Use that.
You saw that amazing catch he fucking made? Like,
Okay,
oh my,
shit.
that's the shit he can do.
Come
And they
on,
don't do
man.
it.
Maya has a
Notre Dame
future.
fan,
I'm
Leo,
just
so
saying
you
as
know
it
what it
stands
is.
now. As
No,
it
no, I
stands
get
now,
you.
none of these
As it
guys have
stands
come out
now,
of the
yeah.
gate where we can 100% say, right, I see something in this guy. He's going to be a big part of our team moving forward at the very least. Like, as it stands now, I'm confident he's going to be a good player in time. He just hasn't had a chance to really show his wares.
I think, like how you're saying, it was Mumford, Parham. The 2 this year that I would say moving would be Mayer and probably Bennett. I think Bennett would be another one. I mean,
Bennett's
obviously he's
all
still
right.
making mistakes, but I think he's going to get better as the more he plays.
But in 8 weeks of football, have they shown you the likes of what, say, Max Crosby did in his first 8 weeks? Say
Well,
Josh
Max
Jacobs
Crosby
showed
is
you, you know
different.
what I'm saying? Nate Hobbs, you know what I'm
second
saying?
year though.
Max Crosby's a different animal.
Yeah,
That's a whole different beast right there. Like we can't.
I get that, but it's still to my point. You know what I mean? Like we haven't got one player in the last 2 draft classes who we can unequivocally say, yes, he's that dude. We're going to move forward.
Not only that, we've passed up on the ones that were there, right there waiting, and that's why I can't.
So besides
Last
obviously
year don't
Carter.
really count, though.
Who else did we pass on?
Because I can't. I don't understand how people don't understand.
You would have to go. We passed on the cornerback from Georgia. That's the one that stuck out real loud. We passed on the linebacker, I believe. We passed on that cornerback.
You talking about the one from Oregon, Christian Gonzalez?
No. Well, we passed up on him too, obviously, by not picking him even over Wilson. But we passed. We needed a cornerback. Everybody would have been okay with picking the cornerback first in the draft.
Because I know Witherspoon got picked first. He ended up going.
That's a lot of people want it, and if you look at what he's doing right now,
Witherspoon was gone though by the time we got up. He got.
I agree.
Right before us.
I agree. Gonzalez was there. Gonzalez was there, and Gonzalez has been balling.
Yeah.
I know the other one I wanted was still there was Campbell, the linebacker. He's at Detroit now.
That he was second round, bro.
He was the second rounder. Yeah.
I like Brian Branch. I mean, shit, they got
him.
him.
See, and the thing is, we're all going to have players that we like, but what I would want to do is, and obviously, we didn't pick this up, and these are things that, we can get better at and start presenting to the people. But now we can start saying, okay, well, who did get picked before them, and how are they performing? And I'm going to assume that those guys are performing better, the ones that got picked after in certain areas, in certain places, in certain positions. And that's because we didn't pick well. And it starts at the very top in the very beginning when it goes to pick. And I can't get past. See, and that's the thing. I'm never going to get past that. And that's why I'm okay with
not give him the kind of for last year's draft? Because our first and second round pick was Devontae Adams.
Right, and that give that an A plus.
Pick though, see that, and that's the thing. I would much rather do that because they haven't been good at evaluating talent.
Right, which is why I said we traded.
That's what Ziegler did. His first year, he did that. Devontae Adams
it was kind of forced.
But I still stand by what I said. I'm still going by draft picks specifically. Yes, I agree. The trade for Devontae Adams was well worth it. You know, we'd make that trade twice on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But still, I stand by what I said when I'm looking at draft picks specifically. You know what I mean? Like, there's not one guy who I can safely say is going to be a core piece of our team moving forward. Like, as it stands from the first year, this being this year's draft class and last year's draft class. So it's a little
I wanted Porter too, Chris. I wanted Porter too, right?
I was not thinking of
and all I'm saying are these guys that people are mentioning in the chat, these guys are balling and they're doing better than what we picked.
Yeah.
I wanted to trade down. I'm not even okay.
When we got to that point, I wanted to say, I was like, let us trade down. Let's really move up.
Didn't they say they tried? Didn't they say they were trying? I think they tried to move up for Shroud.
They tried to trade
they couldn't get him. And then I think they tried to trade down. They couldn't. They
tried to trade down.
I will give them at least credit. They at least tried.
Yeah,
I think at least they tried. And this is the thing: they did try for the number 1 overall too. I'm not going to lie. They did. Right, they did try, so I'm not. We can't really falter for that. It's just a lot of capital, and they thought, why give up all that capital? But I mean, shit. Now we're looking at it. I don't even give a damn if you gave up all that capital now. I take a rookie.
Exactly.
But now, I guess this is the other part with Ziegler, right? We all focus on the draft and stuff like that. But then you got to remember the shit he inherited from Mayock and Gruden. Those shitty ass contracts and the negative cap space that we had. You know. Now that we're finally going to get off of that, you look into next off season, we actually have a lot of money that's going to be available for them to be able to finally bring people in.
But to that point, what does that have to do with the draft picks that we made?
Oh, no, because everybody bases Ziegler off of just the drafts as the GM. His other part as the GM is managing that financial contract part as well, which Mayock and Gruden fucked up, by giving those outrageous contracts that they would pay out. And we were still paying players when they were gone. So that's part of the GM's job is to clean all that bullshit out. You know what I mean? So and that's why I point out with Ziegler, I get that his draft picks haven't hit. They're not superstars that we would want and we want to see. But there's also another side of his job that he's doing that's helping the franchise as well to get better in the future, which is this part. Because he could have easily brought in superstars too and added more shit to that, and then we would still be even worse off next year. You know what I'm saying? But you get it.
Just a little bit of pushback. Like, I mean, I haven't been as critical as what some might be with Ziggler, and I really like him fidget spinner, by the way, Leo. I
need it. I need it this week.
Right, you know, I've got my but anyways, just a little bit of pushback. Like, you know, you're talking about like how he's not handing out contracts and that. What about Chandler Jones? What about these 7 or 8 receivers that we brought in the room when we needed more defensive help? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I haven't been too critical of Ziggler. I think for the most part, like, he hasn't been as glaringly bad, in my personal opinion, as what McDaniels has been. But like at the same time, like, you know, those kind of moves, I'm kind of question. You know what I'm saying?
I would have wished they kept in Godway and bringing in Chandler.
Jimmy G's another one. Like, how much money did we pay him for? How long?
But see, Jimmy's contract, Jimmy's is based on how many games he plays. Remember that. I know it's a big number and all that, but when they broke it down, remember that's why it took so long for him to even come in, because he didn't clear that physical or whatever. Correct. But his is based on how much time he plays and the performance. No, so if he doesn't play the rest of these games,
right,
he doesn't get that money.
It's actually I think he's got like a certain amount of games. Like he's already getting close to where he's
already getting close to it. Yeah, that's what I was remembering from that. Like, wait a minute, this fool misses a couple more games, they get to save a lot of money off of his contract, and they're able to cancel the contract the following year because of it. Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like would I keep Zeke? I keep him. I don't know. Something about this motherfucker makes me feel like he wants to make a big ass move, but he just be restricted by something. You know what I'm saying? Like, something about him. I mean, I feel like he got the type of shit. I mean, he went and got the best receiver. You know what I mean? He wanted to trade up for number 1. I think that was him. I really do. Yeah. I really think that was him being like, I want that. Like, I want Stroud. You know what I'm saying? But we had to understand, and I mean, it's gonna be some pushback, but he does have to meet with McDaniels halfway on a lot of shit. And especially a first round pick, you got to meet halfway. So, you know, it could be some pushback, and maybe he would want to do shit different if Patrick Graham, let's say, is the head coach or something. You like, all right, well, you know, like I fuck with you. You know what I mean? You know how I want to do things. And that's the thing I want to get to, because somebody said this, Jerome. If they dollar store shop and Josh McDaniels gets fired and Ziegler gets kept and he still does the same cheapskate ass shit, then it's him. Then it's him. Then we know. Then we fully know. Like, oh yeah, it was his ass all along too. So then it's like, so cool. But I don't think Ziegler gets down like that. I don't know if he's gonna get down, especially with all the money he's gonna have this.
I think a lot of it is McDaniels telling him who he wants. You know, this is the guy I want. This is the guy I want. Yeah.
All right. I get it going, gang. Thanks for having me on.
See you later. See you later, bro.
Leo, run down my guys. Thanks for having me on the show. It's been a pleasure. You know, Raider football hasn't been going our way, but it's always good to come together with our brothers and even sisters and just vent and even just come together and just talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, our opinions might vary to whatever it may be, but at least we can all come together and try and share the love. And everybody in the chat, I see you all. Make sure if you haven't already, go subscribe to all my guys, Rundown, Chittalinus, and my boy Ultimate Raider Fan 32. Make sure you punch that into YouTube with no space, and you'll find it.
I appreciate it. All right,
gang. Take care. I'll catch you on.
Hey, stay blessed, man. Stay safe out here.
Peace.
I like that dude. He's cool.
I love Avocado.
Right?
That's my guy right there. Yes, sir.
We getting to it.
Yeah, man. It's tough, brothers. It's rough doing these things now. It really is, man. I'm not gonna lie.
You think it's rough still to do them? I like to do them still.
I like it. It's just it's hard to not just start screaming about stuff.
But you know what? It's different the way we scream than the way you hear others scream, and that's why it fucks with you guys. The way you're screaming is logical. You're bringing up real shit. You're not sitting over here with the sign like David sell the team. Bring them back to Oakland. You know what I mean? Like, you're not over here with the sign. Boycott all the games. Don't buy no more gear. Stop cheering for the Raiders. Like, bro, like, come on now. How long have you been a Raider fan if you don't know this journey? Like Afakasi said, right?
Right.
He's not even from he's not even from here. He's from Australia and he's been doing this with us since 2009, right?
Yep. I agree.
It ain't for the weak, and I get we can come on here, be critical of them, things like that. I'm with that. But when you start saying shit like, "Oh, they should have never moved," and this and that, and like, come on, bro.
Now,
Like,
you're getting
like,
far
stop.
off. Yeah, you get too far off course at that point.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting too far off course at that point.
I see. I think another problem we have is we want to fix everything at once.
Yeah, we do.
That's the other problem. Nobody wants to take the baby steps that's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To get better in areas. You know what I mean? And be okay with getting better in areas, but still struggling in others as we move forward. I mean, a lot of people would say that's what we're doing now when it comes to the offense is struggling, but our defense is moving forward a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I am too, but my problem is we invested so much money in the offense.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Turner, you hit it right on the head, bro. And this, like, low key, I bring it back to the content thing. I think that's why I think this content thing has helped me watch these games too, because at a certain degree, I understand the importance of patience. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be patient. You know what I mean? Like, and I know we tired of hearing that shit. And I'm not saying be patient with this McDaniels regime. I'm not saying be patient with McDaniels regime. I'm just talking about be patient to finally fucking win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all. Like, I don't give a fuck who it is. It could be a motherfucker off the street. I don't care, bro. If he comes in here and can coach his ass off, so be it. Let's do it. But I just want to win. And that is giving me, like, okay, even when certain things are fucked up within the GM or the coach, you look and say, okay, but is there really, really things that they can fix that can actually make this better? Or are they just actually fucking up? Like, we can sit there and say definitively now that we doing this shit, if we were really strong in the content game back then, John Gruden and them was fucking up. I don't care what the record was, bro. He was not building a sustainable winner. You know what I mean? That team was not sustainable.
No, you're right.
We look at this. There are certain, and just like last night, that's what makes the shit so frustrating. It all brings it back. Because last night you look, it's like, God damn, bro, we can be a good-ass team. We can, and that's what makes this loss so heart-wrenching, so gut-wrenching, because it's, you look and you watch us play, you like, there's certain instances where you're like, oh, these motherfuckers can be good. Like, we can actually scare some people. And then it's certain things that just don't go the way it's supposed to go, that just completely fuck it all off.
Yep. Nope, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, there's a lot to this game, ladies and gentlemen. Things don't happen overnight. You know what I mean? You gotta fix, fix the problems one step at a time. You really do gotta take into account, because you can't go too far on either side. Look at where we are now. And that's, this is an example. Look at where we are. Look at the balance of how much we pay for our offense versus our defense and what we get out of our offense versus our defense.
Mm-hmm.
They went too hard offensively. I think we all can admit and agree. They went hard for a minute offensively.
Oh, they went hard.
But I mean, doing that was like, okay, well, here we go. We just gonna get the score. You know what I mean? And if the defense was still playing like this and we scored, we like, well, shit. We looking now. You got 2 losses damn near. Now you're looking at the teams like Buffalo and all that. And you like, oh, we can beat them. We can go in there and get busy with them.
Right.
But just the investments you made, and this is what I said this. I think I said this in the chat. McDaniels must be the worst gambler in the history of gambling. Because this motherfucker, every time he has a gamble, bro, it never works out. Like, he never bet on black.
No.
Never in his life.
And it always looks like it was just like painful to do. Anytime they tried something, it's like out of the ordinary. Like, did you even practice this? Like, it's just terrible. They're just not well coached, bro.
I think that's what it comes down to as far as
Bro,
our teams against McDaniels. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
there's a reason why I can't stand this guy.
And I'm gonna answer the comment down there that by the last CT WI. The patience never runs thin.
Look at Sun Goddess. She's been doing this for 60 years.
It don't matter.
Right?
And that's what makes us different. God damn it. We fucking endure until we don't do it no more.
Look at Sun Goddess right above him. As a person pushing 60, she's been doing it a lot longer. She's still here.
Call it what you want. I'm a stubborn motherfucker. I don't care. I'm stubborn as hell. I'm stubborn. And I will continue to watch these motherfuckers until they do something. I will will it. Like with the channel, bro, we gonna will these motherfuckers good. I don't care.
I don't look at it as investing my money to the team or my time. I love this fucking team. That's why I do this.
Exactly.
Regardless of what I'll be mad today, I'll be mad tomorrow.
Yep.
Come Sunday morning, guess what? I'll put my shit on and let's go.
I'm walking across that bridge.
Yeah, we could be 0. Remember when we were like 0 something and we beat Kansas City? We thought we won the Super Bowl that game, right? That one game.
That shit was a party, boy.
That's how Raider fans are. That's how we are, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
That shit was a Super Bowl for me. I was like,
I'm just letting y'all know right now. I'm gonna be 100% on this. At the start of every kickoff, nothing matters. From the record, don't matter. Nothing matters. You just in the moment right there. And all you care about is that W for that day, that moment. That's nothing about the future and nothing about the past. And that's just facts. I'm just letting you know. If you go to a game, that's how it is. And you know, once you get home, you know that's where
then we talk shit,
exactly. You gotta let it hang. But I definitely.
Because I think
it takes a minute. It takes a minute for me to, wind down from a loss.
Right.
But me and CT said this yesterday. It's like, bro, I mean, all this shit that we've endured. I mean, shit, I'm in my 20s, so I really ain't seen a lot of good shit. So it's like, and most of the people that's on my channel, we damn near the same age, even younger. So we like, well, shit, like we ain't seen a lot, so we don't know what it looked like. But God damn it, they win a Super Bowl. I'm gonna be on this motherfucking shedding tears, bro. I'll be crying like I played in that shit, bro. Like, because it feels so different. Like we've had to endure way more than other teams. Even other shitty losing teams. You feel what I'm saying? Like Cleveland and all that. We lost like Cleveland, but it's like to the degree. And like the dumbass shit outside of that, losing coaches, losing players, like fucking going through emotional turmoil. It's like, God damn.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's this lifestyle ain't easy, bro.
it ain't for the weak, bro.
Man, bro. And that's why when we win, it's gonna be so fucking sweet, boy. Like when we win, we gonna be able to fucking rep this shit. And I told everybody yesterday, man, NFL ain't got a shield logo for fucking nothing, bro. Be real with it. And once we're real, once we get on, we gonna take over the league by storm, boy. Everybody will be wearing a Raider logo, Raiders colors, booking. It don't matter. Right. Even motherfuckers that's not even really liking the team like that. All of a sudden, you gonna have Raider shit on.
Oh, it's like remember when that movie Straight Outta Compton came out? And then all of a sudden, all these people were wearing Raiders shit. I was like, oh my God.
Ain't nobody fucking with us, bro. Like when we win, bro, we're the best team in the goddamn league, bro. When we're winning, it's like the NFL is good again.
Right. We getting back. We gonna get back, fellas. We just gotta be patient. This is a bump in the road. I'm not gonna lie. There's no way we're gonna keep this guy. It's just not possible. No. It's not possible. He's stuck in his old ways, man. I'm sorry. Any coach that can adapt to what's given to him, I don't want it. And I don't.
What's the deal?
I don't understand these people with this whole oh, we got this system and you got to give him time to. No. We're giving him time to figure out a system for what he has. And
True.
as time goes,
That is the difference. There you go.
That's the difference.
And this is what McDaniels seemed to miss, not only here but in Denver.
Yeah.
This idiot decided, and I'm sorry, but I have to say it. I have to call a spade a spade. This guy decided to run off anybody that mattered. He destroyed the locker room, ran off anybody that mattered by pushing his agenda. It had nothing to do with building the team on top of what would make that team work and win. It was about, I have a system, I have a team, I have I have all my things that I need to do in here. Be damned everybody. And he's doing it now. He's doing the exact same thing. There's no way you can tell me you create a Pro Bowl wide receiver that now can't catch 3 balls in a game.
Right.
There's no way you can tell me that that's a genius as an offensive coordinator that comes in and has that type of a player and can't get him 3 balls a game,
or to even think that system is still successful.
Exactly, and that's my point. Your system is trash, my guy, and that's the part where we're gonna be waiting left with the bag, and that's the problem. We're gonna be waiting with all this hope, left with the bag on an old system, while you got your McVays, you got your Daniels out in Miami, you got your kid in the 49ers that comes from a lineage of just offensive brilliant mind. You got all these different minds. Andy Reid, he's building out guys. You got
Shanahan,
all these brilliant offensive minds that know how to build around the team they get and then eventually get to their system. But what we get is this dude that keeps just wanting to pound a square peg into a round hole.
Somebody said that in the chat, right?
Until it doesn't work. Until it doesn't work and you run everybody off in the process, you fracture every relationship that could have been salvaged, and now you can get down to the foundation for yourself. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Nobody wants to sit through that shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's time to come in. It's time to get somebody else.
Building and the difference between literally just destroying everything.
That's where that ego part comes in, right? That we always talk about him. That ego.
This is what I didn't get from Mark. This is what I never understood. If you're gonna get a guy who does have, let's say, a commanding coach personality, because we have to admit there are some coaches that just have that presence, regardless of it, right? You have the presence of like, okay, that's the coach, whatever.
Like Campbell did yesterday. You saw that shit on
for
the show.
example, Harbaugh. I like to keep using it. You had Harbaugh, but he has a track record of building shit. You've seen him be the head man and really build a team. He's done that. There's track record. With McDaniels, he's never built a team. So you're asking this motherfucker to do some shit that he's never done. And granted, yes, sometimes you take a player from certain schemes and you're like, all right, cool, this is what we are. But with McDaniels, the 2 years that you saw before you hired him was Cam Newton and fucking Mac Jones. What gave you any confidence to be like, oh yeah, this motherfucker right here, like this is the one. You know what I mean? Like that's what I never understood. And
on a team we never built.
You could have fucking hired Mike McDaniel and he just came off more success than fucking Josh McDaniels has. He was with the Niners. They were fucking moving. They were cool. You feel what I'm saying? Like when he left that team, what did they not just come off the bowl or some shit?
Yeah.
So, or either that or fucking, or it was a year removed. But regardless of it, come on, bro. Like there were a multitude of other coaches you could have grabbed. I mean, I just never understood it.
I think they sold them on what they were going to do, and he bought it. You know, they're like, we're going to come in here, we're going to implement this winning system that we've had over here in New England. We're going to do this, we're going to bring that. Maybe even throwing shades of Brady. You know, we can even get him to come over here, throwing that shit in there, and he bought into it. You know, but now you fucked up. You made a bad decision. You went with them. You went with McDaniels. Now you got to have the balls to be like, you know what? You're not it. You're not it.
And I don't know about the reason I really am against the Bisaccia thing was because if we kept Bisaccia, we would have been keeping Derek Carr, and I was already done with that shit. I was done, and Bisaccia wasn't going to move on off of that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have been happy.
Hill, bro. Bisaccia would have died on the hill. He would have kept him for like another fucking 4 years. I'm done. No, it was the right decision to let your boy go, bro. You needed because Carr could not stay. That was over.
It was time. It was time. No, I agree. And I didn't necessarily want him completely gone, but
you know what? He only fucked up because he made a terrible decision this year by wanting to fuck with Jimmy.
To that comment Homeboy said about Harbaugh, the downfall because they gave Kaepernick that big contract. Harbaugh was actually against giving him that big contract.
Yeah,
because he wanted to use that money to keep building the team.
Yes,
and that's where the headbutts came. I remember that because I was like, "How the hell are they gonna take this dude over the coach? Like for real?" And yeah,
How you feel about a Ziegler and Harbaugh combination?
I don't like it. I don't want anybody that is a name. I just don't want a name. You know why? Because it just continues to fracture us too. Yeah. And it continues to fracture us. And it makes it this whole get the guy out early and often, right? If we all get who the hell is this, right? And then the guy actually is trying. See, that's the difference. When you get a coach that's trying, you see the trying. We don't have that. We got this dude force feeding everybody his shit. And this is where I start getting upset because I'm tired of it. And that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with this guy forcing us his way of doing things instead of coming in, being a leader and getting everybody on the same page for that one cause and buying into whatever it is that it becomes instead of it having to be my system. It's so stupid, man. I'm just
all the best coaches in the league right now.
They more
where you don't really think about the coach first. You don't think about the coach first. Like Miami, although we like Mike McDaniel, you don't think about when you think about Miami, you do not think about Mike McDaniel for real first. You be like Tyreek, boom, and then you be like, oh yeah, but your boy does put him in good positions. Same thing with Dan Campbell. Same shit with him. You don't. We talk about him because he's an overpowered figure at this point. They don't have no star-ass quarterback or all that other shit, but. He lets the players shine. Even Andy Reid to a degree. To a degree. You talk about Andy, but shit, you talk about Patrick and all them first. And he stay out the limelight. That's just my main point. They kind of stay away from trying to be the overpowering figure of the team and just let the team dictate what it is.
Right. I think it's out, and that's the part that I think it's telling in a lot of people. Like, it's telling to me that you think that this guy is doing the right thing and trying to implement his system, and the fact that you don't understand this game. In my opinion, if you're really coming in here with your playbook and your X's and O's thinking that you're going to go win a Super Bowl exactly with what's in your book. That's not the way this game works.
You have to adapt.
It's not the way it works. Exactly. And all I can tell you is that is what we're dealing with. I'm telling you right now, every fight you saw with him and Carl on the sidelines was because Carl wasn't doing exactly what he was told.
Probably.
There was all kinds of controversy and talks about when Carr actually made choices on his own and it worked. But it was never brought up to the attention that Carr made those things happen. And rightfully so for Mr. McDummy, because he would never allow anybody to outshine him in his system. See what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're dealing with. And
go ahead. But I just thought of something. We've been contradicting her. People been contradicting themselves.
Who?
About Ziegler. Because we talk about the defense. Who the fuck signed the defense?
Right.
Ziegler did.
Predicting ourselves. We can't keep doing this shit, bro. We have to be objective. Yes, the draft picks may not be what we want, but goddamn it, these signings this man has made have not been all bad.
Right.
Epps is
They-
a great
There were
signing.
no big name defensive players signed, but that defense is
But
playing a
this
lot better.
defense is solid, though. You feel me?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
because this is the thing, and I don't know why this keeps escaping my mind. He has to build the foundation first. We had no depth to begin with.
We never
The
did.
year
That was our
before
problem
that, bro,
before.
we had last year. We had no depth. That's
At
why
all.
the defense was so shit because we
Mhm.
had no depth behind people and we had no rotation. This
Mhm.
year, there's rotation. I mean, goddamn it, we were down to our goddamn fourth string
Dude,
linebacker.
Amari Burney came in.
Man, like damn, bro, we down to like damn near the third string corner. David
Yeah.
Long Jr. has no business being out there at this point.
Right.
He's booty, but we're down to Amik and all that. But even so, like other signings, bro, the Spillane, good signing.
Spillane,
Shit,
good
Adam
signing.
Butler, that's
Yeah.
a good ass
Good
signing.
signing. Yeah.
No, I agree.
Marcus Epps,
Absolutely.
Great signing. Marcus
He had a
Epps
Jacoby
is a
Myers.
great
Hey,
signing.
he had a good game.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Jacoby Myers, that's a good signing. You know what I'm saying? Like these are fucking. I mean, these are moves that he has made as well, and he had to build some type of depth and foundation first before you can go on to say, now look at the defense we have now. Now, if we add in the offseason, now we can spend, and I know what the fuck we have now. Okay, boom, I can spend on that big now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Maybe I can get me a high ticket D in the free agency now because I have depth. We can rock with motherfuckers like who we have here. Now, you got to build that first. So I'll be objective with Ziegler. I don't have a problem with Ziegler.
That's why I don't mind him staying. I'm with him.
No, I
staying.
know.
Well,
Yeah.
see, you know what? I bring myself to the congregation because you're
Here
right.
it goes, the baby with the bathwater.
No. I'm bringing myself to the congregation on this one. You're absolutely right. You can't be a one-sided. Ziegler deserves all the credit that he's getting blamed for in the offense, just as he does the defense, and the defense is playing. So, shout out to both of y'all on that. I stand corrected. You're absolutely right. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't just bypass that. That's, and like I said, right? The thing is, it's been one-sided for so long, right? You know what I mean? You kind of continue to still, look at it from that perspective.
Yeah,
But
you do, and you can get stuck that way. Yeah,
you're right, though. Our defense is starting to catch up, and that has to be because of somebody that's signing them, and that's big.
I think he knows now. I mean, we better keep screaming it because if Zeke stays, I think he better know at this point now. Your only signings better be on the goddamn defense and offensive line. That's it. I don't want to see shit else. And then in the draft, maybe we get a quarterback, and then even in the draft, offensive lineman, defensive fucking lineman, even in the draft. That's all I want. Maybe you get. Oh, you gotta get a corner too. We gotta get a fucking corner. We need another corner. We need another corner bad. I mean, maybe Bennett takes that step, but if somebody becomes available next year, like fuck it, do it. Like I need a corner, but offensive line immediately.
Offensive line for sure.
Maybe I think. What do y'all think about moving Parham to center and signing and drafting guards?
I've been saying we should move Parham to center, but if you do, who do we play at guard?
Right.
No,
I think
you get a high ticket. You get a high guard in free agency.
Yeah, I'm cool putting Parham at center, bro.
Me too. I'll take it.
Put Parham center. You get one good free agent, high ticket, and you draft him up.
And you draft another one.
Yeah. And then after that, you be like, okay, boom. Now we kind of remade because the right tackle, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I was against it for a while, but I like Mumford, bro. I do.
Mumford's starting to pick up.
Yeah, Mumford's playing a lot better. Yeah,
I like
him to pick up.
I can fuck with him. I mean, yesterday, did we call Hutchinson's name a lot?
No, just that one time. Man, not really. Mm-mm.
Come on, bro. And this is what I'm saying. We gotta keep it objective. And now we're gonna talk. It brings it back to the offensive line. How many motherfucking times did we hear Hutchinson's name? Yeah, you can talk about the one defensive lineman, but that's because your boy's back there holding the ball for goddamn 6 to 8 seconds. So I agree. Van Roten got to go. And me personally, I do not like Andre James, so that's why I keep saying slide Parham to center. But you gotta fuck around and get some guards. I think the tackle spots are cool. I think we can rock with the tackle spots. Hey, the link is in the chat, bro.
I'm gonna shoot it to him.
Hey y'all, it's been cool. I gotta go take care of something with the fam, but
yes, sir.
Y'all. I will see y'all again later on.
Absolutely. So I don't know how to actually send it to him. He's in our group though, right? He's in our group.
Yeah, he in the group. Hold on.
Yeah, he's right there. I just said, yeah, he's right there. He'll hop on in a sec.
But I mean, you're there though, bro. You're there, Turf. You're there. So
yes, these guys, those guys are picking it up. They are, but I don't think the quarterback is doing them any favors. That's the other problem, right? You know what I'm saying?
I agree, and that's why I love that we get that perspective from you because you there. You know what I mean? You actually in the building, so I mean you can tell firsthand. Like if the offensive line is that bad, then you'll be able to definitely see. But like, I don't think they're that bad, bro. I mean, yeah, I think they're not the greatest, but it's like I think the boy has enough time to make something happen.
Right. No, I agree. I agree. I mean, and that's why we want the rookie to play. The rookie's going to inject a little bit more life into these guys. You know what I mean? I think they'll play better for the rookie. You know what I mean? Darian, hop on that. We see you, but it's just the white. I don't see you up, so I'll pull you up as soon as you pop up. But yeah, I don't. We can't get much worse. You know what I'm saying? Offensive wise. I mean, I think our defensive line is starting to pick up better than our offensive line. Which is a good thing.
I agree. I mean, shit. The defensive line last week, maybe it was true they was just jet lag, tired. I mean, shit. Maybe because this week they had some juice. And when they had their juice this week, it was nasty.
The man is in the building. What's up, Barry?
I made it because as one of the OGs of doing Raiders YouTube, this is a fucking revolving door. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Yes, I know we was talking about our defense. Yes, our defense has gotten better over how many years that we got. But it comes down to wins and losses at the end of the day. And that's all I'm about. I don't care if we put up 500 passing yards in a game. If we lose, what does it really mean? Let's just keep it buck. And me being a Raiders YouTuber since 2016, seeing this team in 2016, seeing it in go to the playoffs, in 2020 or 2021 or one of those years that we went, I'm tired of the revolving door. I'm telling you, if you go back and look at all my videos, I say the same shit that I'll be saying this season. I'll be saying the same shit. So for me, as a content creator, do I want to waste my time editing and recording videos of the same stuff that I said back in 2016, back in 2017, back in 2018, back in 2019? I said the same stuff. The only difference is that I didn't talk badly. I don't have to talk badly about the defense. People have to understand that the Raiders are in reverse. Let's keep it real. We are in reverse as a team. Our offense was able to score over 20 points a game a couple years back, where our defense gave up 30 a game. But we was able to score 20 to 30 points a game while our defense giving up 30.
Yep.
Now our defense barely gives up 20 points, and we can't score 20 points. How ironic. Colton Miller was there 2 years ago. I mean, let's be real. He's the only. Andre James was there a couple years ago.
Yep.
Let's keep it a buck. So me as a content creator, I get frustrated that I gotta sit in front of this camera and talk about the same stuff since 2016. Absolutely not. I've been a Raiders fan since '98.
Right.
So if I don't want to do the podcast, I'd just rather not do it to keep my sanity, to keep my peace, and keep me from getting demonetized. Demonetized on Nothing But Raider podcast twice because I cussed out the Raiders. Do I really do that again? No, absolutely not, bro.
Right. Nope. I'm with you, boss. I couldn't agree with you more, to be honest, on that note. I'm that's why I've always struggled with trying to do these things right after these losses, man, because it's tough.
It's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough. And I had plans to go to Miami. I had my plans to go to Miami, but no, I understand people want to be loyal to their team.
Right.
But I bust my ass and work over 80 hours a week. And you think I want to spend my hard-earned money in Miami to go to a Raiders game? I would go to every other event in the world in Miami instead of going to the Raiders game. It's not that we picked the wrong QB. Let's be real. It's more to that. We didn't address the offense. I've been saying this.
Offensive line.
We have not addressed the offensive line
Forever.
At all in the offseason. Well, we picked up Greg Van Roten because he had a great preseason. Like Brandon Parker went down the rest of the year. Illuminor looks trash. He looks no different. Andre James is probably the most overpaid center in football. Let's talk about it. Colton Miller, overrated. We didn't address shit. There was a lot of offensive linemen out there available in free agency at that. Make it make sense. Make the shit make sense. I don't care if freaking Tom Brady was behind his offensive line. He would not have time to throw.
Right. Oh my God, bro.
I'm sorry to say it.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry to say it. It's a fact. It's a fact. This offensive line is almost dead last in the league. We're dead last in the pass blocking.
Turf.
Yeah.
You're watching the game.
Yeah. No.
You don't have time to throw the ball.
No. Yeah, there were plenty of times that he had time to throw the ball. It was really Jimmy G. I'm just gonna let y'all know that was. I think Jimmy G would admit that was probably the worst game of his career. I'm telling you, I was right there front and center.
So I'm gonna put this out there too, bro. And I saw this stat. Shout out to Marcus Moulton from Bleacher Report that covers the Las Vegas Raiders. Last year, under Josh McDaniels, Derek Carr had his worst statistic year under Josh McDaniels. Jimmy Garoppolo right now has his worst statistics year under Josh McDaniels. So who's the problem?
I agree. You ain't gonna get nothing out of me. I don't. That's the thing. I think it's time.
I don't know, Chris. I don't know who said the line was fire. I don't know who said that.
Nobody said the line was fire.
The line is not top 15, but they're not fucking bottom 5. They're not bottom 5. They're like fucking 23rd, 24th. That's exactly
unacceptable.
What they are.
That's unacceptable when you had the number one rusher in the league last year. That's unacceptable. How you go from number 10? How you go from number 10 run blocking to 25? That's a big drop off.
When were we number 10?
We was number 10 in run blocking last
year. Yeah, when he was the best.
We were number 10 in run blocking last year.
Was a different back last year. He was doing shit. This was the first game we fucking saw all season. He was doing shit we were used to seeing.
Because the offensive line was finally getting off the ball at point of attack. I'm telling you, if you go,
he was making people miss. No,
when you go look at the film rundown, Andre James snapped the ball. And it's still 2 seconds to the rest of the offensive line to hit the point of attack.
Right.
That's the little sure. That's the little shit that I look at. I don't look at the whole game. I look at how that offensive line fires off the goddamn ball.
What was Josh Jacobs' missed tackle rate last year? High as shit. He fucking made people miss last year. He's not doing that this year.
You can't make people miss you can't make people miss when you're getting drilled back into the backfield 4 to 5 yards back.
I admit he's been getting touched before he gets to the line.
Definitely. But then we think about runs like last year. I point this. Remember his first Seahawks in that Seahawks game, that first touchdown? How many motherfuckers did he make miss on that goddamn run? When he scored that first time, they gave him that, and he skipped on the motherfucker and made hella people
of the combo blocks that we had, how offensive lineman was able to go to the second level and hit and punch on some linebackers. We're not even getting to the second level at all.
Last week,
combo blocks. Me being a former offensive coordinator at one of the highest levels, which is semi-pro in my opinion. That's my highest. One thing about me.
So you think that this offensive line is the reason that Jimmy G is playing like this?
They're part of it, but that's not the whole problem. That is not the whole problem. Jimmy G is garbage. He's been garbage before we even got him.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So my thing is this. The way Jimmy is playing, no way warrants the way this offensive line, this offensive line is not that bad that it warrants Jimmy playing like this.
So you telling me if you put Tua in his offensive line, Tua would be just as great as he was with his offensive line?
Bro,
I argue to you because you know what they did in Miami? You know what Miami did? They addressed the offensive line so Tua won't get hurt, so he won't get sacked. They addressed it.
No.
Why the fuck are we talking about Tua? I said if we had Aaron Rodgers, bro, we'd be 6-2 right now. You can't fucking change my mind. We'd be 6-2 right now. You can't fucking change my mind, Darren. You want to know why, bro? The Steelers game exemplifies everything with the difference between Jimmy
Garoppolo and Aaron Rodgers. That Aaron Rodgers can still be mobile.
My God, bro.
That's the difference. He could throw on the run. He could go get first downs. Jimmy can't do that.
He's a better quarterback, period. He's just a better.
That's my fucking point. He's that bad. If we had a fucking better quarterback that was able to move and is not a statue like him, maybe my problem with this is we have offensive linemen that's overpaid. That's meaty fucking ochre, like Andre James. He's meaty fucking ochre. He's not even a top 10 center in the league. Are you serious right now? But the motherfuckers who are top 10 centers in the league are playing
center in the league, and he's getting blown up every fucking snap.
He's the third highest paid center?
You're the third highest paid center in the league. Damn near.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, look that up. But either way,
he's overpaid.
Yeah, I agree. And I was just saying before you even got on here, replace him. He needs to go. I just said it before you even got on here. We need to get rid of him.
But you know why they doing that though with Andre James? Because he was the backup for Rodney Hudson. That's why.
I already said. But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna say the way Jimmy is playing. Hell no, bro. Jimmy is playing some of the worst football I've ever fucking seen.
In a game of football, how the game is won in the trenches, right?
Right.
Bro.
Nothing else works. Nothing else works until your offensive line works. Your quarterback is not great if your quarterback won't be great if your offensive line ain't great. Same thing for your running backs. Your receivers won't be able to get the ball because it starts with that 5 plus the tight end.
No, I understand. And yeah, Sam, I already know James is on James's ass. Andre James' ass. But my point is this: in no way, shape, or form am I bailing Jimmy out by saying the offensive line is the reason.
I'm not bailing him out.
I'm not saying they're the main reason.
I'm not bailing him out.
I'm not even saying it's a fucking whole big thing, bro. At the end of the day, I feel like with better quarterback play, we're not talking about them like that. That's just my thing. If with better quarterback play, we wouldn't be talking like this offensive line is bottom 5.
And me being a former coach, we all know from what we saw last year, when you establish the run, then you open up the play action, right? but we can't establish a run, right? We barely can establish a run. We got
Because our quarterback can't throw
four running backs on the roster, and we only use 2.
yards.
Come on.
Our quarterback can't throw worth it, bro. And you said, look, I understand this too. And me, I want to get into coaching. So I'm saying, if I'm a defensive coordinator and I know your quarterback ain't shit, then what the hell am I gonna do? You're gonna have to beat me, motherfucker. Like you can't. So I'm going to stack the box because I know number 8 is a motherfucker that if we let him, he's going to take the game over. So we're not going to let him do that.
No, he's still overpaid at the 16th highest paid. He's still overpaid at 16. Shit. We're not going to let him do that. So it's like, what I'm saying, KC had a whack O-line when they went to Super Bowl. Let me tell you something, though. Every year they address their fucking offensive line. They addressed it every year.
Their O-line is horrid this year. It's horrid. It's terrible this year. Their O-line is probably the worst I've seen it in years.
What is that?
But my thing is this, though. What are their record and what is our record?
Their O-line is terrible.
So we saying that, right? But look at their record and look at our record. Who is coaching them over there for them to have
Who's their fucking quarterback? Who's their quarterback? They have the best fucking quarterback in the league. And he can move. We don't have the best. We have the fucking. We don't even have a 32nd quarterback.
Offensive line not good, but they have offensive linemen that have solidified themselves in this league. Nobody on our offensive line has solidified shit in this league. Nothing. Orlando Brown is a Super Bowl champion. He's with the Chiefs, and he won one with the Baltimore Ravens. He's solidified. He knows that offense. Let's keep it buck.
Nah, bro. Their offensive line is fucking terrible.
Look what happened the first year with Joe Burrow. The most quarterback in the league, right?
Okay.
And they went and addressed that. They went and addressed it. That's all I'm saying. Go address your quarterback and you'll be fine. That's all I'm saying.
This is just my point. You're making the point, Darian. The Bengals went to the fucking Super Bowl with a shit offensive line. That offensive line that the Bengals went to the Super Bowl with is worse than this one we have.
Let me tell. But
who's the fucking quarterback? The quarterback is Joe.
Look at the coaching that we have. Who are we actually? Who is our offensive coordinator? We don't even know the name. Do we know the name of our offensive line coach? Who is it? Who is it? Do we even know?
Offensive line coach?
Do we know our offensive line coach?
Brasillo?
Who?
Carmen Brasillo?
Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Sorry. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. But my thing is this, it comes down to coaching at the end of the day. I don't care if you have the worst offensive line in football, but if you know how to coach them up and they know how to execute and come to the point of attack, they can win football games. And we're going to talk about the worst offensive line in football, right? We have better receivers than them. And they still win games with no number one receiver. Let's talk about it.
So where are you ranking them right now?
Who, the Chiefs?
No. Where are you ranking our offensive line out of 32 teams? Where are you ranking them?
I'm ranking them 25th.
25th?
25th.
It's not.
It's not.
If you look at this season, there's no way Aiden O'Connell gets sacked. How many times Aiden O'Connell got sacked in that game?
He held the ball too, but then again, that's not.
How many times he got sacked last night?
I put that on scheme as well. I put that on scheme.
Come on now, we can't have Josh McDaniels we can't throw Josh McDaniels under the rug on this one. It comes down to coaching.
You talking about yesterday? Yesterday they gave up 6 sacks. And Turf, you can testify. You can tell me I'm lying. You can tell me I'm wrong. 6 sacks was given up, but I guarantee you, not all 6 of them sacks was on that offensive line.
I agree. No, I agree. I already know half of them.
I don't know about that.
Not all 6. And you talking again?
Audibles called.
We can bring up the numbers all day. We can talk about numbers all day, but watching the game,
no audibles for next protection.
On that line. Because he's sitting there patting and holding the fucking ball for as long as he can and then making terrible decisions.
As a quarterback, As a quarterback, you have to make those adjustments. If you see blitzes coming, you have to make those adjustments. You have to make those audibles, something that Josh McDaniel does not allow him to do. Why you think Jimmy G was kind of successful when he went to the Super Bowl with the 49ers? Because he was able to adjust and make audibles at the line, something that McDaniel does not allow his quarterbacks to do.
Before I continue, Turf, you hear what he just said? You hear what he just said?
Yeah.
Adjustments. I told you, man. I told y'all motherfuckers earlier in the show, bro. That's the main shit that we're not doing. We're not adjusting.
You ain't making no
Just
adjustment.
running up to the line and running the first play call.
Josh McDaniel is just a complacent ass coach. He's a complacent coach to a point where he's just like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stick with what he did in the first half, and that's it.
Bro, and just we don't even get a quarter. This is the thing. We don't even get a quarterback that just throws the fucking ball away. We get a quarterback that throws the shit into double coverage when he's fucking duressed. That's my point.
This is what happens. But this is what happens when the nation acts for a quarterback like Jimmy G. Not us, but 90% of the nation asked for Jimmy G. They sure did.
I didn't want that guy. I don't know.
I didn't want him. I didn't want him. I could pull up the video when I went live at work and showed like this. I told y'all we was going to get Jimmy G because the Raiders are the most predictable organization in the league. They're most predictable on offense. They're more predictable in front office. They're the most predictable organization in the league. They are.
Dude, Giants O-line so bad Waller has to block pass. See, yep, Ricky. Giants O-line is so bad Waller is fucking blocking. He's a terrible blocker, bro. He's terrible. That's why you. This is why.
It stink anyway because Daniel Jones is out. So even with Daniel Jones,
he's talking about
they don't have no number one receiver.
He's talking about he's gonna fucking play.
Who Daniel Jones?
Listen, I said this about Waller too. I said it. I said he's not going to come. He's not going to go to New York and do what he's going to do. The same shit he did with the Raiders. Hamstring injury.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's been out. Yeah, I don't think he's playing. He's not playing against us.
Hey, Chris, me personally. I'm not talking about.
I want Chris to pull up at least 5 to 6 plays out of how many drives that we had and see where he made adjustments at on the offensive line.
Hey,
he ain't made that.
I'm not gonna say blocking adjustments because I think he does. I think he adjusts the blocking. I don't think he adjusts the play. That's my point. He don't fucking change the plays.
But
this offense is predicated on
the box, right? As a quarterback, if you see you had 8 people in the box and if you don't have one of them running backs stay in to help you max protect, that is a problem.
Yes.
There's no way that a rookie and Jack Campbell from Iowa is coming straight through the fucking line and no running back is blocking it. You got to be kidding me here.
Yeah,
that's the quarterback.
It's nasty work. It is, and that's the whole problem. That's all.
If I was the coach of the Rays, I would have gotten Jimmy G's ass. I would have yelled at him at a goddamn sound like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Right.
Bro, I see that fucking play action pass one more goddamn time where he fucking fakes it to Jacobs and then just stands there. Like, that's just gonna piss me off.
When we get into an I formation, you know damn well it's a play action or a run. We know this already.
Everybody does.
The formation shows in our offense that it's predictable. It shows.
Well, then then what everybody's saying last night came to fruition or was just in center stage. He don't trust that bro.
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. No,
he don't trust him. He don't trust him to check the play. He don't trust him to change to another play to go deep.
None of it.
One play call, take that shit and read it. That's it. That's all you do. He keeping it mad vanilla, bro.
But this is supposed to be an offensive guru. This is supposed to be a 6-champion,
that's my problem.
World champion offensive coordinator.
That's my problem. How can you be a guru and be steady trying to fit that square peg into the round?
You're an offensive guru. You don't have a winning record as a head coach in general.
Just period.
Makes sense.
Make
it make sense. Like, come on,
man.
I'm done with that, dude. I don't know how much longer. I don't know what do we have to do. What do we do here?
Lose more, sadly. Lose more. That's the only way, bro. Like,
honestly, I don't even know what the coaching carousel looks like this year. To be honest with you, I don't even know what it looks like.
I want to know.
I mean,
I want a big fat name.
Yesterday was a step in the right direction for people who want Josh McDaniels fired, because yesterday you got embarrassed on national television. So that's I said that was step number one for Mark Davis to be like, oh shit, here we go. Now step number 2 is to lose next week and lose in a fashion.
That's a problem.
Lose in a fashion. Look how the Giants Chicago last week.
We had a Division II quarterback beat us.
Look how the Giants looked last week, bro. They looked pitiful. They've been looking pitiful. So this is going to be crazy. And especially if you don't start O'Connell and you stay with Jimmy, it's even worse, or it's even better, however you're looking at it.
You really think that Josh McDaniels is going to let Aiden O'Connell start as long as Jimmy G is being healthy? Knowing that we know that Jimmy G is really not healthy. Let's keep it real.
I'll tell you what, if he does it, I'll gain some respect. I'm not gonna lie. I'll gain some respect. If he do it, I gain a little bit of respect, because that's him saying fuck it. Let's just go do it. Because at this point, if I don't,
even Charles Woodson got it on the tweet, said that he don't want Jimmy G to start.
Look bad, bro.
All you watch Raiders football, that's a problem.
He look bad.
When you have your Ravens that played this game and wore that silver and black say they can't watch Raiders games, that's a problem.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if he can do it. If he does it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that took some nuts. I ain't gonna like that. Like, that took some shit, because that's a tough decision. Your job's on the line right now, bro. Right. Your job is on the line, and to say I'm just gonna do a rookie, like, hey, I'll respect it. But if he don't, then hey, he gonna go down with the ship.
And I said it. Me and Leo said it on that Marita podcast many a times. Like, I said going into the season, I had no expectations because of Josh McDaniels. I have no expectations for what we look like, because I just felt like the offseason, they was too calm. Yeah. I felt like they didn't go out and get enough depth on the offensive line. That's number 2. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's not enough depth on the offensive line. Because once Brandon Parker went down, which I'm not a big fan of Brandon Parker, but when he went down, is Greg Van Roten even better than Brandon Parker? No, he's not. I think he's worse than Brandon Parker, in my opinion.
If you wanted to tell me you wanted to make a winning move, like, okay, we saw a number of trades go down today, but shit, the Jaguars just stole somebody from Cleveland, or I think, or one of them offensive linemen. They got somebody. He's a good fucking. I gotta remember the player, bro. But they got somebody. I'm like, damn, you could have made a move for a guard if that's the case. If you want to get down, but
I don't think that's the problem, though. The Raiders don't do nothing in the trade deadline. But when the last time the Raiders actually did something in the trade deadline? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
No cap, though. No cap. I will say this, and this ain't gonna be popular. I will respect, even when they go down, even when they get fired, Ziegler, McDaniels, whatever. I'll respect the fact that they didn't fuck us for the foreseeable future, because Gruden left us with a fucking mess. At this point, bro, as men, bro, like, I'll be like, all right, bro, respect the fact, like, you at least didn't fuck us and trade all these third, second, first rounders when you probably gonna get fired and shit.
But my thing is, damn. The Niners got fucking Chase Young for a bag of chips.
Bro, I'm so mad. I'm so mad at that. Bro.
Rounder?
Yep.
We could have gave that shit up for Chase Young in a heartbeat.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. We didn't make any moves.
The goddamn I
wouldn't mind Montez Sweat or Chase Young.
Exactly.
They gave up nothing for him.
Any of these dudes. Street. Well, I take any.
The Leonard Williams shit, I was kind of iffy on. That was a lot of shit. But the Montez Sweat one, a second round, fuck it, I'll do it. The Chase Young one for sure.
That one was
But but then again, I think CT brought it up in the chat. He might have had a list of motherfuckers he wanted to go to.
Right.
So you never know about that.
He was only going to.
Yeah.
I mean, but when it comes to a trade, he didn't have a trade clause.
Maybe not. No.
Yeah, he didn't have a trade clause, but I mean, I don't like. I know this. I know we're a Raider podcast, and I get it. But the 49ers is making smart moves. If you look at the lineup of the offensive line and what they did, getting Hargrave from Philadelphia. Now you add Chase Young. That's 2 defensive linemen from the NFC East. That's really good. Then you got Kinlaw. Then you got Greenlaw that could be a linebacker. Plus, on top of that, with Fred, their front seven is so good. I mean, our front seven is all right. I like our front seven, but I'm sorry, man. I think they got the best defensive line in football at this point.
I agree. They got them.
We still look better than them. That's the fucking crazy part, ain't it? We look better than the Niners defense right now. You want to just be real.
But this is the thing, though. They went and addressed what was wrong with their defense. That's
sure, but doesn't necessarily help
what we really need.
I mean, another thing too. I'm thinking about this as we talking about it. Another thing is this locker room ain't really the best locker room to trade for a motherfucking in here. So now that I'm thinking about it, it's like this ain't really the best situation to bring a motherfucker in here. Like, you know, this already division.
I mean, it was the Bears the best situation to go get Montez Sweat? Let's be real. We are bad, but the Bears is just worse.
There's like hope at least to a degree because you got like Fields and you don't know. It's like, I mean, here it's a real shit show. Like here, it's like you got motherfuckers throwing helmets on bitches.
The Bears' offensive line is just like ours, though, in some sorts. Not. I mean, I say our line is a little bit better than the Bears, but I mean, they still in the 20s, just like us.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, at that point, it's all grouped together. You feel what I'm saying? They all grouped.
It's not comparable.
Because until you don't.
I'm still pissed off that we lost to a Division II quarterback. I just can't, man. I never heard of this guy a day in my life, and this guy looked like freaking Baker Mayfield on Thursday night against us.
And then on Sunday, it looks ass.
That was terrible. That was
my
awful.
God.
It was awful.
Like, what is going on? Like, are we cursed at this point? Like, are we cursed?
It feels like.
It feels like we cursed. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie, our roster is not that bad. I think our roster is very talented. I just think sometimes the player execution and coaching comes into it.
Yeah.
And people can say, "Oh, Devontae Evans is the best wide receiver in the league." Yes, he is. I get it, but I'm sorry. The last 2 weeks, you've been dropping easy football.
Yeah, he's struggling.
I see Chris said it.
The best receiver in the game, but the best receivers in the game get criticized as well. So you have to be critical.
Ricky.
Ricky, we straight ass like a skinny white.
Yes. That's the shit. Yeah.
This is a flat back.
Off the top rope.
Y'all crazy.
Chris, but you're not lying. Yeah, I think it do take a player to sign off. A player got to sign off on some of these goddamn trades, bro.
Right.
Shit. And I mean, this just ain't the best situation to bring a motherfucker in here. That's why I say at least I respect the fact they ain't fuck us. Like if they get fired, a new regime could come in here and really start fresh and be like, all right, bro, like at least I have picks.
Or you'll bring in a coach where players will want to come here and play for that coach as well.
Well, you got to bring it.
Because
I know you don't.
To be honest with you, when the Lions brought in Dan Campbell, and when he said, "Oh, they biting off knees and ankles," the Lions brought in that shit.
It was all.
The Lions board that you can't tell, even though they started so bad last season, they end up losing only 4 games down the stretch.
Right. Nah, I love that guy, man. I
go bite off ankles and knees. Like, I would play for a coach like that. I sure will. I would put my 110% into a coach like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it takes the coach. But I mean, not only that, he knows how to. Him and the GM know how to build a staff.
Yeah.
And to a degree, right, we can say, once again, I mean, we get on Ziegler, but shit, it was his decision to bring in. It was also his decision to bring in Patrick Graham. It correlates. You know what I'm saying? So if he has an opportunity to pick an offensive coordinator, what will he do? If he has the opportunity to do certain shit by himself without a motherfucker chirping in his ear, what can he do? That's all I want to know.
I mean, listen. I don't know what. Listen, if you could keep Ziegler and just get rid of McDaniels, I'm fine with that.
I agree.
I'm cool, bro.
I'm fine with that.
I can just bring in a cool coach.
Helped this roster out. Like he really helped this roster out. And then we get that $30 million off the books at the end of the year for all those players that we had to play under Mike Mayock and John Gruden. So now you can make some moves in the offseason with that extra 30 and the salary cap going up next season.
Look, I know Turf. I've agreed with you, bro. I want a nobody. I would like a new fresh dude. But it's like, bro, at this point, like you gotta find a motherfucking coach that's just gonna get people to buy in, period. Right. Because all we're just known as dysfunction. So like nobody really wants to come to this motherfucker because you don't know what to expect. You gotta find some type of stability, and as fucking big name as he is, Harbaugh's the only motherfucker I know that they just gonna bring that immediately. Another coach, you bring in somebody that's young and ain't never really a head coach, you got to build that with him. It's a slow grind. But with Harbaugh, immediately you know the standard and expectation. So it's like now you can buy in a little better. I don't know why. I just keep saying.
Now, if it was at a point where that Josh McDaniels just could have swallowed his pride.
Yes.
And just get an offensive coordinator to call the plays, I think we'll be fine.
He can still have input. He can still have his input. Just be like, here, Bo, call him.
Yeah, like sometimes as a head coach, you don't have to do everything. That's why you have a coaching staff for a reason. You have positional coaches for a reason. You have your final say. So you put the game plan together, and then you and your offensive coordinator can communicate to a point like, what is the best play in execution for our certain players on this team? That's how, as a head coach, that's how a team should be ran. Like it goes by chain of command. You go with your head coach, then you have your assistant coaches, and then you have your offensive coordinator. But that all comes into play. That all comes to. If you see Ron Rivera is a defensive coach, but he likes Eric Bieniemy runs that offense. Yeah. He runs it. Ron Rivera don't have no say so when it comes to that offense. So that's what McDaniels probably needs to step back, let your offensive coordinator do his work. If he's doing something wrong, then you address that as you should.
You won't do it.
Belichick getting in Bill O'Brien's face majority of the time even though that offense is not great, but he's letting Bill O'Brien work himself into the offense by calling the plays. Bill Belichick ain't calling plays over there. He's just not.
Right.
I just think we need, if he could swallow his pride and get a young offensive coordinator that he could work with, we might see a different story. But until then, Josh McDaniels got to go.
Oh no! I mean, this is the last hoorah right here. Like these last 4 games is the last hoorah. I'm saying it right now because, and I know, I mean, there's people in here that we mess with that's saying he gonna stay. Look, if he come out this week and it look bad again, and you stick with Jimmy, you go against the Jets with Jimmy. And then we play the Dolphins, and then you play the Chiefs, and then that's your bye week. On the bye week,
but you see, Chris, you made my point, bro. You made my point. John Gruden was the same way. Sean Payton was the same way, and it didn't succeed. But if you look at, I don't like keep pulling up the 49ers, but if you look at every defensive coordinator that came in there after Robert Slayer, they have succeeded and end up being a head coach somewhere else. If you look at all the offensive coordinators that came under Kyle Shanahan, they're somewhere else as an offensive coordinator or a head coach and succeeding. So you have to understand, sometimes with an organization, when you have a head coach that teaches you the formula of winning.
Right.
It helps out. And you look at Kyle Shanahan, he comes from the Shanahan family.
The pedigree.
I'm strictly saying just based off just if you want him fired, I'm just saying, and I see what my man Lash says right here, but That's the thinking that's gonna have to get Mark Davis to think about it. Of course, we want him fired now, but realistically, we got to get in the head of Mark Davis, bro. We got to really think deeper than that. We got to say, all right, bro, what's gonna make him be like, all right, bro, enough is enough. And that's if we get our ass whooped until the bye week. Until the bye week, we just look ass and it gets worse and worse. And he continues to stick with Jimmy. And if that's the case, well, then that we know by the bye week, bro, he's going to get fired because that's perfect. It's 5 weeks left. Interim head coach, Aiden O'Connell, get in there. Here we go. But if he's going to have the nuts to play O'Connell now, fuck it. Let's do it, bro. Because this is his last effort. This is it. Because if Jimmy continues to look this bad, bro, he's done.
He's got to be done. There's no way you can justify it.
He's done. If Jimmy looks this bad until the bye week, he's done, bro, because he's tired his wagon. But if he puts Aiden O'Connell in there and he somewhat looks competent, he saves his fucking ass for at least.
The thing about it is, Chris Shanahan is calling the offense, but he's building his coaches for success. He's building them for success. Let's keep it real. That offense in Miami is San Francisco's 49ers offense. That's exactly what it is.
It's got a little bit of a twist to it, though, because he's got
a little bit of a twist
to it. Tyreek Hill is not as fast as Deebo Samuel, but Deebo Samuel can do everything just like Tyreek Hill can, right?
Right, but that combination of Tyreek Hill, Waddle, and Anche, that's
different. Look at the 49ers, though, with
they don't have that kind of speed.
Brandon Ayuk is a dog. Let's not forget.
Bro, Waddle are the two fastest dudes in the league.
Yeah, but I understand it's the same foundation of talent. It's definitely the same shit.
About talent. The talent is kind of similarities from Miami to 49ers when it comes to
No, absolutely. No, I agree.
Yeah, the team is definitely the same. They definitely run the same type of scheme.
Shanahan is building success under his assistant coaches. Like people want to say whatever they want to say about Bieniemy, but if you look at Sam Howell's numbers right now, that man against a top 10 defense of the Philadelphia Eagles almost threw for 400 passing yards on a defense that's top 5. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, and Sam, we can't say that. Look at Mike McDaniel's press conferences, bro. Mike McDaniel's press conferences be wacky as a motherfucker. And they win, so who cares, bro?
All I'm saying is, I just want McDaniels to bring his coaches that he can set up for success if they end up leaving the Raiders and they could go somewhere else and build on that success. That's what the 49ers have done, especially with Robert Slayer leaving, then D'Amico Ryans leaving, and then you got Steve Wilks still having his defense as a top 5 defense, and Steve Wilks was a terrible
I can't tell. This goddamn defense is ass. And they didn't even address the goddamn real problem of the defense. I know everybody wants to. I'll be watching San Francisco. They didn't address their real problem. They got no goddamn secondary to speak of at all. That's
the only issue I can say with the 49ers defense is they secondary.
Yeah, they suck. Like, bro, and they didn't address that shit.
When your defensive line is obviously what it is.
Because every Raider fan knows that fucking Nick Bosa ain't fucking like that. I mean, he is, but he ain't on Max Crosby fucking level. I don't care what nobody tells me, bro. He's not Max Crosby, and it's been like that for like 2+ years.
Well, both of them came into the league. They always put Nick Bosa over Max Crosby.
It's been like that.
That's just what happens. That's just the NFL being biased towards the Raiders.
That is wrong.
We're the most biased team in the league when it comes to fucking tuck rules and index cards and all types of shit. Like we could go down a line of shit that the Raiders always get fucked over on.
Yeah.
Even in 2016, even before Derek Carr broke his leg, he was the MVP runner.
Right.
I don't know. Something about Patrick Graham makes me
don't get shit as far as awards wise. We just don't.
Yeah, definitely. He plays on a winning team. He definitely gonna get the love. But if we just talking about player for player, bro, Max Crosby don't disappear like how Nick Bosa be disappear. Even if he don't get a sack, your boy making an impact in the run game.
That's what I love about Max Crosby. He improved that because he kind of struggled with that a couple years ago, and he has improved his run game, his run defense, just as great as his pass defense. Now he's a total combination at this point.
Like I said, he is Chris. Bosa's like that. But
I don't think he's better than Max.
Max don't just no. He's not better than Max, bro. No.
Yeah.
Anybody that thinks so, stop. He's not better than Mac.
I like Bosa. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think when it comes to a motor, when it comes to 110% on every damn down, that's Max Crosby for you, bro.
Max don't disappear, bro. I'm sorry. Regardless of it, you gonna see him at some point. At some point, your boy gonna show himself. Like Nick, I watched that whole Bengals game. I'm like, bro, where the fuck is he? Like, you know what I mean? It's like that whole game. I'm like, bro, he ain't making no impact on Burrow now whatsoever.
Max,
you can't tell me Max and that. Max gonna do something. At some point, he gonna get in your face. That's just what it's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
He just went against a top 5 offensive lineman in Penei Sewell and fucking got busy.
Yeah, that's a good question. Now, Michael Parsons is a little bit different. Michael Parsons is a little bit more different defensively. He's not a 3. He's not a person that gets his hand in the dirt 90% of the time of snaps. He's standing up. Sometimes he plays outside linebacker, and sometimes that he plays the edge. So he has an advantage from blitzing the linebacker position or just going in pass rush. I'm going to say Max better than Micah. For me,
Chris on that Woodson. He on that Woodson whiskey. Because ain't no goddamn way. Look, we gonna keep it simple on the answer. Ain't no way you can tell me another man is better than another man when you don't play. When one plays damn near 100% of the snaps and the other don't. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Max play damn near 100% of his defensive snaps. Micah does not, and that's plain and simple, bro. Micah comes out for a couple of times, bro, and Micah be disappearing.
People try to forget that Micah, when they play a 3-4, he's not on the edge. When they in a 3-4, he's an outside linebacker. He's not on the edge.
But he is a different type of player, though. Yeah, it's a different
3-4. But if you look at the 3-4 for the Raiders, Max Crosby has his hand in the dirt 100% of the goddamn time. Damn near.
It's different. It's a different type. It's
a different scheme on how both of those players play. That's it.
No, I agree.
Micah is more dominant for what?
He's more dominant because he stands up when he comes out of the linebacker position. He stands up. That's why he's more dominant.
For like 3-4 games? For like fucking 8 games?
He said for 3-4.
Is that what makes you dominant for 8 games when you make some splash shit happen?
I ain't taking nothing away from Micah. I think Micah is a dog. I think he's better than both.
And this is in no way, shape, or form me saying that he's not a dog. I definitely think he's a top 5. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, because he does some splash shit for 8 games, he's more dominant. Stop, bro. Stop.
If we really want to talk about who's better, me personally, it's Max Crosby than it's TJ Watt. That's just if you want to
go. Now that's a fucking argument. Then I'd be like, well, goddamn, like that's
Micah is not better than TJ Watt, and Bosa's not better than TJ Watt.
I don't know, man. I gotta go with Micah Parsons.
TJ Watt is different.
Watt does it all, man. He does it all.
TJ Watt is real, bro. That's what I give to.
I agree. We're splitting hairs here. You know, we're splitting hairs, but
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Until Micah catch interceptions, then we can talk.
Right, that's speed. But that Micah Parsons speed, it just shows up all the time.
Look who he had on the other side, though. He has Dexter Lawrence on the opposite side. Of course, he's going to get one-on-ones.
He's got help.
He got help.
Chris, you be the main person pissed at Micah Parsons if he was on the Raiders right now. So
we can't go away from Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett is a dog.
Why isn't he doing anything? And then there'd be a couple games he does some shit, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, finally there it is."
I like Miles Garrett. I think Miles Garrett is very underrated. They don't talk about him enough.
Miles Garrett is another mother.
Talk about him enough because he's on the Cleveland Browns. That makes sense. But
that's one I give to you as well. That's one. He's a monster. AR, what's the deal, man?
He chilling with the glasses on. It's sunny out.
Give me 1 second, guys.
It's dark over here in Philadelphia. Halloween is crazy over here right now. Just to let y'all know, Halloween is insane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they throwing eggs at buses and all types of crap in Philadelphia, man. It ain't no brotherly love here. Not at all.
All right.
But hey, I got to go. My girl is giving me that look like I got to
go. Yeah,
when a woman gives you that look, it's time to get off the computer, bro.
You giving me that shit like, all right, motherfucker, you've been on this damn near 3 hours yesterday, damn near coming up on 3 today. Like,
Now, since she named the Raider Rundown, she about to run down on you. Like,
oh, man. It's time to get the hell up out of here. But I appreciate y'all for having me on, brothers.
No problem, man.
As always.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit y'all in the chat, man. Much love to everybody in the chat as well, man. Hit the subscribe on all my brothers as well, man. Hit the subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
What's going on, man?
Sorry, I had to situate because I'm sitting in my car with the aircon on because it's summer, and if I got the engine running, my belt's off, like it starts making an alarm noise. So
I get it.
That out. But
you
anyway,
take that seatbelt off, then that alarm starts ding, ding. You don't want to hear that, man. That's annoying.
Yeah, right. Anyway, gang, I saw you were still alive, so I thought
man. But I had to come on here and speak my piece because, like, I want to do my Nothing But Raiders podcast, but it's just like after a Monday night game, I just gotta. Yeah, I gotta let this sit. I had to let it sit because the last 2 weeks I just could not do.
Yep.
I think I wouldn't. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, AK. I wouldn't have had a channel. My channel would be shut down by YouTube the way I would have went off.
Oh yes.
So
I've been telling the fellas.
I saved the channel.
If in your heart you don't feel up to it, then you made the right call. Like. Right. You don't want to force yourself to do this stuff if you're doing just that. If you're feeling like it's when it's time to just say no, I'm not gonna, with all due respect to like the people who support you and want to see you come on consistently and that's not me like saying that you shouldn't cater to them, but you've also got to do what's best for yourself. Like anytime when I don't feel like it, when I'm not feeling it, it's like no, I'm not gonna do it. That's why in the off season I'm not.
In the last 2 weeks, I have not felt it.
Lives like week in and week out. It's just like I don't want to feel like it's.
You've been on YouTube for a little bit, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think all of us been on YouTube. But don't it feel like when you get to that point where you feel like it's a revolving door that you keep repeating yourself, and you just like, you know what? Why would I want to do this to keep repeating myself every single week? So. That's where I'm at with it. I'm not really done with fully podcasting, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to Raiders content, it's just that I need something that is going to refresh me to like do something, give me effort, like
anything that's better than what we've been doing.
I want to keep cussing out my Raiders every single week.
Right.
I get you. And there's only so many times, like, and I don't even want to do it even just a little bit, talking hypothetical situations that are likely never going to happen. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about hypothetical trades. I don't want to talk about thousands of draft prospects before the draft has started with 999 of them we're not going to take. Why would I want to do that?
That's why I do my mock. That's why if I do Raiders mock drafts, I do them a week before the draft.
Right.
That's the best time to do it.
Right.
But
I'm just giving you an example. Each their own, but just for me, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I see. I really want to get into I think I'm gonna get into breaking down the film as well, doing the all 22 film, because I really want to see fans see it from a coach's film perspective. Like you see it from the watching the actual game on national television, but the views that the coach's film shows on NFL Plus, it gives you a whole total perspective or how to look at your football team. Right. So I think I'm gonna go that route instead of me doing the podcast, because if I do the podcast, then me and Rundown just had a big ass debate. That would have I love him, but
that was dope.
You see,
can I say something real quick? Is it just me, or does it look like he's glitching out of the Matrix?
Who, me?
Yeah. Can you see that, Ultimate? Like,
am I glitching?
Oh.
Oh.
It looks like it on my end. Like it looks like on your right side of your face, it's like it's all like glitching in and out. Maybe the chat can see what I'm seeing.
Or it's probably the lighting. My lighting sucks.
Maybe.
No, it's not the lighting. It's just like it's really strange on my end. Maybe it's just me, but it looks like you're kind of like glitching in and out of the Matrix on the right side of your face onwards.
Okay, that probably should have been my character for Halloween.
Is this just me, chat? Like, are you guys seeing this too?
I don't see it. Yeah.
Are you seeing this in the chat too? Am I glitching in the chat? I would love to know.
Yeah, there we go. There it is again.
See. Do I just need to sit back? I need to just sit
Well,
back
hey,
and just chill.
this is 2 hours and 34 minutes. We wrapping it up regardless because we got to work in the morning, right?
Oh yeah. I just wanted to hop on real quick because
I appreciate you hopping on. Both
I
of you
came up from work and took a long ass nap, so I'm up. So,
right.
so
Just real
and I got
quickly,
to wake
what
up at
were you
4:30 in the
guys
morning. So
talking about?
yeah,
You and Rundown. What was the whole debate about? Like just
offensive line.
Offensive
Okay.
line.
Yeah, the
And
offensive line.
what's
How
your-
he feels that he don't feel like the offensive line is that bad, and I feel like we didn't address it at all.
Yeah, right. We addressed it with what? Van Roten.
Didn't I just say that Ultimate Raider fan? Didn't I just said that?
And you know what the funny thing is? Do you remember watching the game? And sorry, I know you were just about to finish it up.
No.
Do you remember watching the game? And just before, granted, he had probably his best rep as a Raider when he opened up that hole for Jacobs to run him for a touchdown. That was a good rep, and it was like the commentary team spoken into existence. However, just before he did that, do you remember that the commentary team, specifically Troy Aikman, was giving Van Roten his praises, saying like the offensive line hasn't been getting it done, but Van Roten is having a pretty good season. I'm thinking like, wait, what? Van Roten? Do you remember them saying that?
I was live when he said that, and I said, "What the hell are you?"
Oh yeah,
I was like, what? Of all our offensive linemen, you picked the guy who's been the worst offensive lineman we've had probably for the last 2 years. He's had a good season. What?
Yeah, we both said it was mainly the offensive line, but we did say it. Is Jimmy G's part as well, and why the offensive,
Jimmy G.
it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, just for me to close out my thoughts, I just want to be real upfront with people. Jimmy G looked as bad as he looked. It looked as bad in person as I'm sure it was on television. It was bad, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know any other way to put it. Like,
Was you in the building?
playing, he shouldn't be playing. He shouldn't be playing. That was how bad he was. He shouldn't be playing.
Was you in the building for that?
I was in the building, front and center, 50 yards, 6 rows up.
See, I would have saved my money.
I feel real bad for you and the other brothers who were there. Like,
Big Daddy getting this 30-second stadium in. That was one of the main reasons I really, decided to continue with it, because the Bears game I was gonna go to, and something told me, nah, don't go to that one. And obviously I was right. I'd have ended up in jail at the.
I'm nervous. Listen, I'm not paying to go to Miami. I'm not paying.
Yeah, that's gonna be ugly.
I'm not going.
Ultimate?
Huh?
Are you based in Michigan? Is that why you went to the?
No, I'm in Texas. I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just.
I feel horrible for you and what Chris and Chidolana. You guys went like either this week or last week. You guys all traveled to these away games. I feel horrible for you guys. Having to witness
so bad.
See, I knew they had fun like pregame, and they had like other events.
Right, you had the fun and all that game.
I would have did all the events, and I just probably would have went to the bar and watched the game. I wouldn't have went and actually watched the game. Nope.
Don't want to do it.
You know what? I might. You know what? I might just still go to Miami and go to a bar in my Raiders gear and watch the game. I might just do that. But actually going to spending almost $300 for a ticket to go to Miami just to get her, I want to say that we're going to get our ass kicked, but you just never know. It's the NFL, but
true.
I'm not going to risk it. I'm just not going to risk it.
Right. All right, gentlemen, this has been amazing. Great night. Afakasi, you came in twice, man. Shout out to you. Appreciate that dedication, boss. We love having you up. We love your perspectives and your points. So
thank you.
Anytime, man. You're welcome. And Darian, the big hitter. I think this might be your first time on my specific live, boss. So
no, I was actually on it a couple weeks ago, right after we did the Nothing But Raiders podcast. I came over here too.
Well, hey, I appreciate the love, man. Hey, even if it's one subscriber, it's one more than I had. So I know I'm getting them from Afakasi, man. I appreciate y'all.
Keep doing anything, Ultimate. It's like I said in the chat, and sorry to cut you off, but you just keep growing and keep doing your thing. You know, the bite's not be fast and quick as much as what you'd like it to be, but You keep fishing, my friend. They'll
Yes,
eventually
sir.
come.
Yes, sir.
Consistency is key, and that's something I need to keep for myself as well. But yeah, I don't want to be growing. I don't know if y'all can see, but I have a little bit of gray hair thanks to the Raiders. But, you know, yeah,
I got a lot of bit of gray hair.
that's why you got that hat on. See,
Exactly.
yeah.
Hey, at least you got hair.
No, I'm with you, boss. I'm just small with you. So,
Hey,
all right,
hey,
gentlemen.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, all right, gentlemen. I gotta go to sleep. It's 11:30, man.
All right, man. See you later, man. Talk to y'all later.
All right, gentlemen. Till the next time. Appreciate you.
Peace. For sure.